the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, October 7th, 2024, and we are coming live. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good. Mm-hmm. Listen, Mike Cernak, if you're listening to the show, it was not disconnected. I have to break into my own computer every day.
It's wild.
It's unbelievable. I don't know.
Is he up in there doing stuff?
Yeah, he's up in my computer.
You would think that we had like national secrets
Yeah.
on our computers the way that you really, so you try and log in and then it says suspicious, even though for the last 4 years, same login, same login, same place, same suspicious area. What are you doing? Who is this? And then, all right, what do you want? You want a push notification? Yeah, all right. Here's 3 different numbers. Which number did we send you? 16. I don't know. Was it 16? Let me check your face. Let me look at your face on your phone. All right, maybe. Nope, that didn't go through. How else do you want to do it? I don't know. Email me? Which email? Which email do you want?
Mine works all the way up until this point. It's just connected, and then I still can't operate the phone lines. Then when Mike goes in, it goes, wasn't connected. I go, but I don't know. It says connected. What do you want from me?
I mean, usually you are pretty right when you your connection,
especially with technology and like, buttons, any kind of stuff that's on the board.
I'm starting to feel like Carmen hates you.
Me?
Just
point out the truth.
Digging
making observations.
Anyway, today is. Today could be the last solid day that we have before things get really hectic. Tomorrow night, the hurricane is supposed to roll through just days after the last hurricane that devastated the area.
Can I, without dumping more on you, you don't know how to use computers or buttons or anything, I blame you.
For the hurricane?
Yeah. We're going to be fine. We're going to be telling you about 2 most devastating hurricanes to come through ever at the same back-to-back.
In the same week.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take that.
That's all you. Yeah. By the way, I see you have your gas cans ready to go.
No. Those are extra gas cans that I'm actually going to take out today.
Mike has 2 little 1.5 gallon. Here you go, generator. You want a little sip of gasoline? Delicious.
I have a big gas can that's full.
Yeah.
I have the generator all set up. And I know how to turn it on now. So,
when did you get the generator?
No, I have my like a portable generator that I have had, but just so that I have AC for the 1 bedroom. That's all I really care about.
Right.
Just give me 1 bedroom with AC, and the rest of the house can stay dark.
Now, when you have the gas in the can, and you don't necessarily use it, what do you do with it?
It's funny you say that because that was my problem yesterday.
I had old gas.
I had old gas.
Yeah.
So I had gas that sat here for years, which you can't use. And I thought, well, what do I do? Just pour it out into the sink? You can't do that. And I'm like, and then I'll just pour it in the backyard. And then I'm like, well, now I got just a flaming hotspot just sitting there waiting for lightning to hit it, And I just was confused. So I did the best thing possible. I gave it to Tom.
Oh, okay. And then
Tom dumped it in the lake.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what Tom did with it.
I got a bus.
I knew
kids, goes over to some school play yard, whatever.
I knew the first person to call was Tom Calta, and I said, "What do you do with old gas?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "I got old gas in my tank." He goes, "Oh, for you? Yeah." I'd go out in the backyard, but I'd walk far into the woods. I go, "Are you giving me the same advice if I just shot a Puerto Rican on the front lawn?" You tell me the same thing. Walk far into the woods. It was a dilemma, and Tom actually came over and saved the day yesterday as usual, and I don't know what he did with it.
So do you know what you're supposed to do with it?
It said, I Googled it, and it said I'm supposed to take it to a government recycling facility.
Right, like a hazardous waste area.
Which we know those people aren't very receptive of other people right now. The dumps are all closed down, and I don't know. I don't know what Tom did with it, but he's used to dumping stuff. So bodies and such.
I just imagine it's a lot like that John Travolta movie where they were dumping they were doing the leather treating and stuff, and they were just dumping the chemicals, and everyone in the entire town got cancer.
So anyway, I got new gas. I've got a generator. I got flashlights. What more can you ask for? I mean, I got plenty of food and water and stuff like that. Plenty of toilet paper for my bum. And I mean, what else can everybody do other than listen to the warnings? If I'm telling you right now, the eye is coming pretty close to Lutz. And if they say, I don't have to worry about storm surge here, but if they say, hey, this is coming to Lutz, get out, I'm going out. I'm just leaving. I'm just driving north and see you guys later.
Well, I think one of the biggest things, too, is to go around your house and make sure that stuff isn't in the yard.
So we did that yesterday. We started doing that.
And if you're like, oh, this is pretty heavy. This is like 80 pounds. It's still, hurricanes can move 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So
they blow houses out.
Yeah.
I have these super heavy lawn chairs that are super heavy. I don't even know what to do with them.
In the pool.
Yeah, that's what he says, but I don't know.
Or bring them in. I mean,
my worry is getting them out of the pool.
Yeah. Or if there's any way you can lock them to something, if you have a chain or a cable or whatever, and you can tightly lock it so it's not just bashing and going,
It says here you can pour gasoline on
them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
get rid of it.
I think about the attraction to this house when we first came to look at it. We're like, look at all the windows. And now we're like, God damn, we have all these windows.
Yeah.
Because I talked to Dino last night, and I go, what do you do? If you don't have hurricane shutters, you try to board them up? Dino's like, yeah, if you can find plywood now, and
I saw some of the lines for plywood at like Home Depot and Lowe's, and people were waiting for like hours to get.
And
stuff.
that's the thing. That's something you get beforehand, and you keep it in your garage.
Yeah, that's what we had at Wesley Chapel.
That's what I have, and it was a few years back, and I was like, all right, well, this isn't coming. This isn't gonna. And then they're like, yeah, it's coming at us, and I was like, oh, come on. And, I am not a guy that can build things or do stuff, whatever. Right. So I'm out there struggling by myself to try and put up. And thank God my neighbor across the street, who doesn't live there anymore, this guy, Jeff, who was a construction guy, he was like, hey, man, need a hand? And I'm like, yes, please. And he came over and just basically pushed me out of the way and grabbed my drill and was like, and put up this. I was like, oh, thank God.
He's like, look at this poor son of a bitch over here.
Yeah.
Totally. And you know what I did? I got him Leonard Skinner tickets, and he loved it. He said they had the blast. And I was like, well, you saved my life. You get Skinner tickets.
He's not even holding the drill the right way.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny. Have you ever been the guy to look at a guy and go, let me go over there and give him a hand? No, not in that case. Like, I remember one time I came home and Duke, the greatest neighbor in the world, was laying down sod. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, oh, we're laying down sod over here. Want to give us a hand? And I went, no. No way.
It's funny that you say that about he's not even holding the drill right. Dino was over doing something for me, and he goes, here, you want to be handy? And I go, sure. And he goes, just drill this in right here. And he'd already started a pilot thing, whatever. And I was like, all right. And I grab it, and I'm doing it. I go, Dino, this isn't doing anything. And he goes, yeah, you're on reverse. You need to go the other way. And I go, I don't know.
I'm the same way. I get clowned by my brother-in-laws all the time for not knowing how to do simple, like, man things.
Yeah, I was talking to my brother-in-law yesterday. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I have a business meeting in New Orleans tomorrow. He's just leaving. He's like, I'll be out of here. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a scary time because
I just ran into Ann Kelly, and she said she's leaving.
Where's she going?
She's going to Atlanta, just out of here, basically.
Oh, but she's going to work.
I guess. Yeah. Well, but she was.
She's a Marconi winner. You got to get out of here.
Yeah. Make sure you take the award with you.
Yeah.
Cover your national treasures.
Anybody stops you, you just hold it up.
If I've got a Marconi, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Shut up, jerk.
If you have a Marconi, you don't have to be on the air. Anybody else, get in there. Get to work.
It's the golden ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. Hurts all around. Joe, how are things at the island?
Good.
You got the mama pants out there cutting trees down?
Oh yeah, we are totally prepared.
Is she now? I heard this, and I don't know whether this is true or not. Is she putting pants up over the windows to stop?
You couldn't find plywood, so they put pants.
She's like, listen, these are denim.
Yeah.
These are going to stop.
Denim.
We'll use the corduroy in the back because it's not going to hit as much.
And she goes, they don't make them like this anymore.
No. Yeah, and she just laughs at people that use capri pants. She's like, you got to use denim. You got to use denim.
Yeah. They're pants savvy over there, I will tell you.
Yeah,
They know what they're doing.
My wife asked me yesterday, she goes, how is Joe doing over there? I go, I don't know. He's got a new roof on his house.
No, not yet.
Oh,
No,
what?
not yet. Yeah. But last storm that came through, we didn't have any water damage, and like the storm before that, I had leaks coming in, so I definitely need to get my roof
Is
fixed.
it coming tomorrow, the roof?
No. No,
If anybody could put that generator in today, I would really appreciate that.
I mean, any roofing company is not going to start a project right now.
Of course
so
not.
they're probably booked out through till December. But we'll
most generator people I talked to said the same thing. Like, we can get it in for you by the end of the year.
Yeah. So,
Did you say yes?
Yeah, I did. I actually,
because it's not going to get any closer.
Yeah. No. I told him, man. I said, look, just get it. Let's wait for next year. We're in good shape. You know. I don't know. And then in Clearwater, over there, we got the big hurricane shutter down. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what's going to happen over there. Mm. I care a lot less. Insurance will cover all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what I'm worried about here. Like, what are you worried about?
What you should do is go over there and take pictures of all your valuables before the hurricane comes through. You know what I mean?
Valuables,
and then get them the hell out of there.
I'm worried about the power going out for an extended period of time.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, I have generators, so I'm good with that because mine does everything.
Yeah, and then just the wind damage, what it's going to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about is any kind of damage to the roof or to your cars or to different stuff. You know, I don't want my fence going down. I don't want to...
My mom, she's got a lot of huge trees in her yard and stuff. So she's moving it. She's getting out of there. She's going to my place.
That's what I was worried about. The 2 huge oak trees out by the driveway.
I'm like, that comes down, forget about it. House is gone.
I thought about my in-laws and bringing them over here, but we're only going to have one room with air conditioning. Yeah. So what do I do? Put them in the other room?
But honestly,
they're old. They don't like air conditioning.
And it's still better to have them at your place because once this comes, like the roads are a disaster. And they basically tell you, unless it's an emergency, stay inside to keep the roadways open for actual emergency vehicles. So if there's any chance that they're going to need help, get them to your house.
Yeah, that's
like I'm pretty sure we're going to get Chad's mom tomorrow.
I did the same thing with my mom. She's at ALF, and I told her if she's been ordered for evacuation.
Oh, she's it just for laughs?
No, ALF.
And I told her, okay, well, keep me updated, and we'll probably just come and pick you up this afternoon. So
she said ALF, and nobody went, hey, Willie. So now they will have to evacuate the ALF, so they're like, well, you're on your own.
Well, no, I don't want her to have to go to a shelter.
Oh, but that's good. They bus them all to a shelter or something. Yeah.
And she's up on the 3rd floor, but if they evacuate, she's not going to be able to get out. If she loses power. Yeah.
They're evacuating everything. Pasco is already evacuated. Parts of Pinellas are asked to evacuate.
Manatee.
Yeah. I mean, if you know where you are, sadly, because of last week, you know you're going to end up having to evacuate. Mm-hmm. So find a place to go now, and don't be stupid this time. Yeah. If you were stupid last time, this is your second chance to get out, you know?
I think my wife is a jinx because the last hurricane, she was supposed to go to New York, and it came right whenever she was supposed to fly out and everything, which she wound up going the next day. It was fine, whatever. But now we're supposed to go to Vegas this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So we're supposed to leave Saturday. You know, it's supposed to come through Wednesday. So we'll see what happens.
You'll be fine.
Oh, Carmen.
Don't jinx it.
I'm giving you positivity. Positivity.
Don't say
vibes.
I hope you'll be fine. Don't say you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You're like the people that are gambling. I don't think they're going to do it. doesn't look good.
By all means, DM Galvin. Tell him it's not gonna. Hey, Carmen, how'd Chambo do Friday?
Oh my God! They almost gave me a heart attack. It started off very slow. First quarter 7-7. Second quarter 7-14, 14-14, and then fourth quarter, final score 43-14.
Wow! Wake up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Made some adjustments.
Woke up in the last 6 minutes.
Really?
They literally just scored like back to back to back. It was crazy. That one kid, I got the best video for him. He had a 98 run
Team mom,
to score.
Chef, videographer, workout lady. You do a lot for that team.
Yeah. Listen, I love it. I love Chad. I like doing it. And the kids are so much fun. They appreciate it, and they are having a good time this year.
I don't know. I mean, think about this. If your team didn't win a game in 5 years, and now you have 1 loss, 2 losses.
4-2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They must be thrilled to death.
Right. And they actually are a team. They're doing team dinners, which they really didn't do. They did like a couple, but it wasn't like every game. They're just, But
like whoever's looking at at high school football coaches must be like, what's going on over at Chamberlain?
Right. Yeah. They're doing something right over there.
Yeah.
What if they
so-
come in? They're like, "Hey, we looked at it and we realized it's the lady that's doing it.
Yeah.
The lady is
No.
What did we eat Friday? I need to know what the food was.
So Friday, I made it. It was barbecue chicken sandwiches, applesauce, and salad. Nothing crazy, but it's what I can make in my time frame.
Right.
Hey, 42 points.
Yeah, exactly, and a lot. I can make enough for everybody. But next time I have to make more chicken.
That's
now.
called 42-point chicken.
Yeah.
Yep, 43
43 point
43
chicken.
point, yeah.
Did you wear a gown to homecoming, or was that already happened?
Oh,
or
no.
That did happen. No, I just wore like a pencil skirt and a little bodysuit underneath.
Do you feel like you made the right choice when you got there?
No, because I'm telling you what, their homecomings are way different. Most of these girls, they look like they were at prom.
Yeah.
Like I could have
Actually, that is the same thing, isn't
Right.
it?
Yeah.
but well, it's
prom
not.
is more of like a gown, right?
Yeah, homecoming, short dress, prom,
Joe knows.
Yeah, I
long,
do.
poofy, more bigger. But like these girls were.
Cocktail
I thought
dresses.
Yes, I thought it looked more promish to me.
Joe's
so I
a
could have upped
stepdad
it.
now. He knows.
That's
He
right,
knows
I do.
he's got a
Carmen,
She-
did
Sugar
anybody-
Shorts had prom this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was exactly
Sugar
what she
shorts, you said?
Yeah. She's wearing like a tiny little pencil skirt. I was like, oh, jeez.
You got all the dad feelings.
Yeah.
Carmen, did anybody wear like helicopter hair or have horses in their hair or anything like that?
No, nothing crazy.
Oh, damn it.
Because it was the theme was Starry Night or Stars in the Night. So if everyone was wearing glitter, here I'm gonna send you a picture of
That's
Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
we're good.
Never mind.
This show is a bunch of dicks, man.
Just so I need
yeah.
Chad's
phone.
shirtless with stars all over his
Yeah.
nipples.
Nope. Nope. He just wore a suit
I
and a
do
shirt.
need more Chad pictures on my phone.
Chad had a shirt with stars on. He was just a galaxy.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. And then on top of that, this week is already canceled, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks because it was supposed to be senior night on Thursday because they can't play Friday. There's a big Jewish holiday. And so they can't play Friday. It was going to be Thursday, and they've already canceled school up until Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they can't have practice or anything like that. So this week is already getting pushed back to the end of the season, I think.
Carmen, if you can help me out and find out, for some reason I got a little bit of senioritis. So if you can tell me what cures that.
Okay.
No, nothing.
No,
Senioritis?
I didn't get it.
Senioritis.
You never
Never heard that
senioritis?
before?
Senioritis.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I got it.
No.
It's like when you're a senior, you don't want to do anything.
Yeah. It's like short timers whenever you're gonna quit your job.
When you're
and
done,
you're
right.
like,
I get
yeah.
it, but I don't understand what it is with this.
Yeah, it's because you're with a bunch of high school kids.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it was
Making
a
it
bad
worse. We're making it worse.
Yeah, bad joke,
Let
guy.
it
Let it die.
She hit you with a guy. She hit you with a guy.
Hey, can you send me that picture now?
So can I tell you about my Saturday night?
Do it.
Okay. Does everybody have know what Life 360 is? We've talked about it on the show.
Yes.
I have it on my phone.
I'll explain to
Yeah.
everybody who doesn't have kids. It's an app that you put on your phone and you put it on your kid's phone, and it tells you, it's basically like a GPS for your kids, but it tells you like when they arrived at the house, when they leave, when they've gone somewhere else. It basically is able to make you able to track your kid. So we've had it on Joey's phone since he was like 15, and it's come in handy a couple of times because we couldn't reach him by phone, and we realized, okay, he's over here at this kid's house, whatever. And it's peace of mind because Joey's sleeping at a friend's house, and it'll show you at 2:30 he showed up at the friend's house and they're in. So we're good, but we like it. And on Saturday, Amanda and I went to the Hard Rock because my daughter has sleepovers every weekend now. And we went to the Hard Rock, we came home, went to bed, and at about 4:00 in the morning, Amanda gets a phone call on her phone that says potential spam. And she looks at it and she's like, hello? And the guy goes, hi, this is Life 360 calling. We're calling to let you know that we got an alert. Joey's been in a vehicle accident. And we're like, oh my God. So Amanda hangs up on him. She gets so nervous and she wants to call Joey. She just hangs up on the guy. So she picks the phone and tries to call Joey, and he's not answering. So she gets up and she goes inside because the Life 360 is saying he's at the house.
Right.
So now we're like freaking out. She goes in the bedroom and he's not in the bedroom. So she's calling him. Finally, he answers the phone and she's like, are you okay? He goes, I'm fine. Why? And she goes, I got a thing from Life 360 said you were in an accident. He goes, no, I'm not. He goes, I'm fine. And she's like, but where are you? It says you're home. He goes, I'm out front. I just got home a little while ago. I'm hanging out with my friends. We're just talking before they leave. All of a sudden, a fire truck shows up. The cops show up. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I went outside, and these two firemen came up the driveway, and they were like, hey, what's up? We listened to the show. I'm like, I'm sorry. I go, I don't know what's going on. They go, no, this happens all the time. Live 360, sometimes if there's a brake check or if somebody drops a phone too hard or something, they alert you and they tell you that the kid's been in an accident. I was like, oh my God, has it ever happened to you?
No, but I know it has that on there, like accident notification. Yeah.
And
I thought you had to be like it because when they're driving, it'll show that they're driving with the speed limit.
Right.
So I thought it had to be like a sudden stop based on that.
So Amanda looked at it and she goes, it says you guys are driving a little fast, but nothing at all. And he wasn't driving. He was a passenger in the car. And all the kids that were there was 4 of them. They were out front in front of my house. All of them were fine. They were like, nothing happened. We didn't even get any brake checks or anything like that. So I don't know what it was, but it misfired and it scared the living hell out of us.
That's crazy.
That's the last call you want to get at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
On a Saturday, and only to find out when the thing is telling you he's home and he's not home. And thank God the firemen were cool. They're like, yeah, we get it all the time. They're probably just bored.
I didn't know that it automatically calls emergency services.
Then good luck trying to call them back because they don't have a number anywhere.
Right.
They don't have a customer service number. They don't have anybody to call. I think it's just one guy in his house handling all the phone calls.
Well, it's good that everything was okay, but let's not breeze over. You went to Hard Rock again?
Yeah.
How many times last week did you go to Hard Rock? 3 times?
It's been like 3 times.
Wow.
I can't believe they haven't bumped me up to a gold card yet.
Yeah. What are you trying to take me and my wife's spot over there?
Well, so Juliana now in middle school, it's either we're having a sleepover or she's going to sleepover.
Yeah.
And Joey's an adult, so he's doing his own thing.
So just free time. Let's go rock the casino.
We're like, what do you want to do? And like, well, we know what we want to do. Are we going to do it? And yeah, we went to the casino.
Nice.
And we didn't have such great luck this last weekend, but we had luck prior to that, so we were still spending their money. So we had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time. I went to go eat at Rise. We just wanted to get something quick.
Rise is good.
Yeah, Rise is pretty good. Rise used to be a bakery.
Yeah.
A breakfast place.
They
I don't want to eat there.
They still have the baked goods up front there and stuff. But yeah, they have everything. It's really good. I got steak and eggs there before, and I'm like, I think they use the same steak as Council Oak.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
It's
good.
really good.
But I walk in. This is the one problem I had. I walk in, and there's 2 lines.
Yeah.
One's for the Icon members, and one's for where you go. Well, I was just standing there, and I walked in the middle line, and then I realized I walked in the wrong line. But there was nobody in any lines anywhere. So I backed out because somebody walked in and I go, you guys go, we'll go after you. And they were like, no, go ahead. So I walked up and the lady goes, Icon? I go, no, but I was just in the wrong line. She goes, well, you have to go to the other line. I go, I know, but there was nobody there. And she goes, but you have to go to the other line. So I go, you want me to walk back through the line? And she's like, yes. So I walked back and walked through the line. She goes, how many? I go, are you serious? You just made me do a loop-de-loop? And she's like, I go, can you just explain to me what the difference was? And she goes, that's the Icon. I go, I know. I acknowledged it when I walked through it that I had passed through the wrong line, she would not. She made me go through the line. I was like, wow.
I love it.
Stickler for the rules.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the rules.
It's like whenever you go to the bank and you have to go through the maid, you can't just walk
up
around.
to the front. I was like, whatever, lady. I looked at my wife and she looked at me and I went, I'm not going to do anything anymore.
By the way, if you sit at the bar area, you can just walk in.
No, don't walk through the Icon line.
No. You just walk in past and go on the side.
What's
there.
Icon? What is that?
That's like the high card thing.
You guys aren't Icon?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh.
Which every time
What
I
color
see
are you?
somebody has the Icon thing, I go, you are? Come on. Get out of here.
But the thing that I'm wondering is that how much more are these people going to the Hard Rock? I couldn't maintain the schedule we maintained last week of going there 3 times in 1 week.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to talk to somebody about what the situation is, but I think the thing is if you play slots, you get rewarded a lot more than you do table games. And I don't play slots very much.
Because they don't give out that much money.
Well,
right?
but also it keeps track of it so much. But I also give my card every time I sit down at the blackjack table or 3-card poker or whatever. But I think they like the slot machine just giving money, just hitting money in, as opposed to somebody who's playing, more of a skill game.
So 3-card poker, you can look at your cards, decide if you want to stay in or not. The queen has to have the dealer has to have a queen or better to stay in, and you can kind of ride it out and push most of the time if you have a decent hand. So you could also go blind, where you just, when they give you the card, you just put your money on top and you don't look, and the dealer will turn over your cards. And sometimes people do that for fun. And I don't like to go blind all the time because I want to know what I'm dealing with. So last night, or last time we went, Amanda and I were playing 3-card poker, and I was down to these are the last chips that I had. So I stacked them up and I went blind because I was going to go either way. It was one chip I had. I just put it on the top. And when they turned those cards over, I had a 2, a 2, and a 2. 3 ducks in a row. Oh. 3 of a kind, man. That was on my last hand. I was like, this is it. We got to go. We got to get out of here.
That's always great.
Yeah, 3 of a kind.
That should be a steak dinner.
Give me my steak dinner. You got to have 4 steak dinners.
There you go.
I was like, give me my money. We're running.
Last time I went, I was playing blackjack, and I was just kind of pushing my money around back and forth and stuff. And then I went down a little bit, like about half of what I came with. And I was like, you know what? It's just not going anywhere. I'm going to get out of here. So I go to color up because a new dealer was coming in. And he goes, where are you going? And I go, I think I'm done. And he goes, all right. He goes, I was ready to give some blackjacks on stuff. And I go, I mean, are you really? Because I'll stay. Whatever I wound up staying, I wound up like tripling my money. I was like, thank God I stayed.
Yeah. If you get a fun dealer, it's worth staying there and hanging out. So anyway, that's probably what I'm going to do when the hurricane comes.
Just go over and stay at the Hard Rock.
For some reason, I feel like they're impervious to anything.
Yeah, how many generators does the Hard Rock run on?
Right.
Yeah. They're on sovereign land, so they don't get hit by hurricanes.
That's right.
So I think it works that way.
They made a deal.
Like yeah.
Mother Nature. They're like, come on, we take care of the nature.
I am only worried about. I'm trying to think the other day. What is the worst thing that I don't want my roof to blow off?
Yeah.
If you I saw houses in Homestead that were just the whole row of houses just decimated, just sticks when you were done. I don't need that.
Well, we don't live in an area where it's going to flood, so
no flood, and but it's the wind where the wind becomes the
sure. But also, imagine your power's out, the wind is blowing, and you're standing in 3 feet of water.
No,
that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about my windows because they're not boarded up or anything.
No, neither am I. And I've got so many of them on the back part of my house. It's just all windows.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I just hope that when they built this house, that the guy was smart enough to put the right windows in.
What was the hurricane that was in 2017 that kind of grazed us?
I'll just call it Philip.
That one, I lost power for like 6 days.
I remember that.
Sandy.
That sucked. But if that's the worst thing that happens,
did you live home through that?
No, I stayed at my mom's house because she had power. But yeah, it was 6 days with no power.
I'm gonna make Tom sit in this house with a shotgun, and I'm gonna go live somewhere else.
Yeah, and then they're saying that the fact that these a lot of these crews are so stretched in to begin with from Helene that now it's going to be even longer to try and get power restored. If and when it goes down.
Listen. They had power. We had lost power for almost 24 hours last time, and then it came back on. So I can't complain about that.
If losing power is the worst thing that happens, I will 100%
we'll deal with that. Yeah,
deal with that.
Well, listen, we're going to be on the air as long as we can. That means today and tomorrow, and what that goes into on Wednesday, I don't know. Obviously, if we're not here, somebody will be live. I know John was saying yesterday that they were flying people to Atlanta to our headquarters so that they could do the shows operating out of their building so that there is live programming. If not, obviously, we'll always start with the Fox 13, and you'll at least have something there to listen to and help you out as far as where to go and what to do. We must take a break. When we come back, excuse me, Carmen will tell you what tickets we have to give you to concerts that'll probably never happen. I talked to Bert last night. I think we're going to have to move the Bert show, too. Because Bert show's supposed to be on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have to move that to November because it's just too hectic right now. And God knows what it's going to be like trying to get in here after, if this is really bad. So, all right, we'll take a quick break. Sporcle is next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen's got a new list of things to give away this week. What do we have, Carmen?
I do. I have tickets for Lightning versus Minnesota Wild.
When is that? Because I know they canceled the game.
Right, this week, but that's October 24th.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep, and then we have tickets for the Experience Hendrix, Daryl Hall.
See, now, did you know, Hall's coming without Oates?
Yeah.
Hall.
But also that Experience Hendrix, I believe that's, who, does it say who's on there, Carmen? Like which people?
Yeah.
I think Zach Wild is on there.
Let her try to pronounce it. Who else?
Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Right.
Zach Wild, from Black Ozzy Osbourne and Pantera.
Yeah, we're familiar with
Eric Johnson.
Amazing, yeah.
Noah Hunt. Chuck Campbell and Calvin Cook.
All right.
Yeah. So if you're a guitarist, you definitely want to go see that.
Yeah. All right. What else?
Brian Regan.
Very funny.
It's Galvin's favorite.
Yep.
TSO.
Okay.
Reggae Rise Up.
Okay.
Thomas Rhett and the Mike Calta Show.
I don't Reggae Rise Up already happened.
No, this is for the coming year, March. March.
Okay.
I think it's once a month they do it.
I feel like right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's so huge that they're like, we should do this every week because this is huge.
Wow.
How was Piff on Friday night?
Shut up, Gio.
I'm sorry. Did you disappear? What happened?
Nobody wanted to go with me. My daughter completely shot me down, and she was like, she kept blowing me off, and then finally I go, "Do you want to go or not?" She goes, "No." I go, "All right, so we're not going." So, and then I actually had a bunch of people that said, I'll go with you, and they were all girls. Which I said to my wife, I go, "You mind if I go with some girls to this thing?" And she just looked at me and I went, "All right, I won't go." I didn't go.
Just take a harem of women to.
Not even a harem. I mean, it could have been some ugly broads, but nobody wanted. She didn't know. She just was not having. Yeah, I could not go. I mean, nobody wanted to go with.
Like mid-afternoon, I thought about actually going, and then
I would have gone. I would have gone with you.
Well,
so I had one of those boxes where the Muppets sit.
yeah.
And I was like, all right, I can go up there and hang out up there. But by myself, do you realize what a loser I would have looked like?
Up in the Abraham Lincoln suite.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there by myself, just looking down at a little man in a dragon costume. Just kind of started seeming weird.
And like, what's the deal with that guy up there by himself?
Like who? I mean, I don't even know who else I would ask.
Looks like Mike Calta.
I thought about seeing if my sister wanted to go, but I don't know.
I genuinely wanted to see the show.
Yeah, me too. We could have went. We could have been friends.
All right. Next time.
All right. Time for us to give some stuff away with a little Sporcle. Here we go. I had to send a message to Katie Pedretti and said, "Dear Katie, no one wants to be my friend, and I can't go."
Oh, you can't do anything by yourself?
That would have been pathetic.
It would have been.
It would have been pathetic.
Really?
Yeah,
Going
if it's a movie, it'd be different. If it was a concert, even then, it would be different because I just mingle in with the people. This one, I'd be just sitting in the box by myself, watching a tiny man and his dog and his dragon suit.
Yeah.
But it's not like you talk to people during the show.
I know, but people would have been like, I went to go see Saigon Kick, and I sat in one of those booths, and I got a bunch of people sending me pictures of me in the booth, you know?
Solo.
No, but before I was with Pete. Now I'd be solo in the booth. Now I just look like a lonely loser. Me, I don't want to be a lonely loser.
It's a bad look for sure.
I had no friends. I would have gone with you, Michael.
About the lonely loser?
He's a loser, but he keeps on trying.
My other friend over here left me for his pants.
Michael, I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I understand you had a prior commitment, but I mean that would have been my go-to buddy.
And I definitely would have gone.
Thank you.
I felt bad.
I would have dressed like the dragon if you would have went.
All right.
Pete's kid had hockey or what?
I would have dressed like the dog.
I don't hang out with Pete anymore.
Dr. D?
Pete's got a girlfriend now.
Dr. D in surgery?
I didn't even want to ask Dr. D if he wanted to go see a tiny dragon with me.
What about
No, he wears a dragon costume. And the dog. No, the dog is a dog.
What about Joey Deeb?
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's not something you call a guy who's a man and say, "Hey, do you want to go see?" No offense, Joe.
Building things.
Yeah. Joey's like a real. Joey's like, "What are you doing Friday?" Me and my fiance are drinking whiskey. What are you doing? I'm going to see a man dressed as a dragon. But don't worry, he's got a cute little dog.
Mike
with him,
Olivera would have gone with you.
I think I asked Mike Olivera and he said no. Yeah, I did. I asked Mike Olivera and he said no. Ridiculous.
Damn it.
All right, let's play a little Sporcle. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing bands that peaked at number 2. Can you name the band or musical artist that hits never made it to number 1, but got to number 2? Okay?
Right.
So I'm just going to give you one song that reached number 2, basically. And you're giving me the band or artist. I'm going by what's on the paper. I need the full name of the band.
What about the? If it's the something, do we need to put the in there?
You do not.
Okay.
But also no abbreviations of what it. I need the word.
Gotcha.
If it's a name. Okay.
Gotcha.
We're breaking it down. We're getting strict.
Get it.
And we can alter the rules as we go.
No, we can't.
We're establishing the rules now.
Let's see what
Gio.
happens.
That's why I'm doing. You know what, Gio? You really ruined everything.
I'm just
Always
trying to
Gio.
make it clear so I know what to do.
Yeah. All right. Number 2 hits. Here we go. Ramblin' Man.
Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
Allman Brothers Band.
Calvin.
Rambling, gambling.
You've made me so very happy.
Very happy.
You've made me so very happy. Band or artist?
Air
please.
Supply.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, that was a good guess.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Come on.
Back at 1.
Brian McKnight. I love that. Love that song.
Clearly. And he walks dogs on the weekend. These are things about Galvin that amaze me.
Big Brian McKnight guy.
Yeah.
Proud Mary.
Argentina.
No?
Tina Turner. Oh, no, I know what it is. Damn
Proud
it.
Mary.
I don't know.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Correct.
Yeah,
No
they
point.
covered it. Ike and Tina covered it. All right.
It was a better version.
Don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Whoa.
Crystal Gale.
I could not think. I was like, long hair.
Mike. Love song.
Paul McCartney and Wings.
Love song. One word.
I don't know.
Led Zeppelin.
Paul McCartney.
BJ Thomas.
The Cure.
Oh, yeah.
Electric Avenue.
Eddie Grant.
Mike Calta. Breathe.
Faith Hill.
Mike. Dreamweaver.
Aerosmith.
Gary.
Dreamweaver.
Gary.
Gary Brown.
Gary Wright.
Right.
Point Joe. Joe gets that one. Baker Street.
Oh, that is
Dan Fogerty.
No.
No.
Wow.
Jerry Rafferty.
Yeah, that's it. I knew it was something T.
Mike, what's your name? Oh,
Yep. Me. It's me. It's on the show. Look on the sign.
Yep. You took it down. Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Green
Day.
Mike Helta and Pat. We are halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has 0. Galvin with 2. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
All right, coming back. Coming back.
Oh.
5.
All right, we are doing bands and musical artists by number 2 hits. Your next one, long, cool woman in a black dress.
That is the Hollies.
Mike Kelta. Right here, right now.
That is Jesus Jones.
Yes, great name.
What?
Mike. Open Arms.
Journey.
Galvin. Louie.
Oh, man.
The Kingsmen.
Yeah, that's right.
Galvin. How do I live?
Leon Rimes.
Gio.
Oh!
Pap.
That was Gio.
Thank you.
I thought he was laughing.
Without you.
It ain't over till it's over.
Lenny Kravitz.
Mike Kelta.
Love that song.
Work it.
RuPaul. Doesn't that
Work
sound like
it.
something RuPaul would sing?
Dance to it.
I don't know.
Work it.
The
Flip
stupid
it,
guy.
Work it. Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
Put your thing now. Flip it. Nights in White Satin.
The Moody Blues.
Mike Kelta. Last Kiss.
Pearl Jam.
Mike Kelta.
I'm running away with this, guys.
You're still the one.
You're still the one that can scratch my itch.
Nope.
You're still the one. I don't know.
You're still the one.
Still the one that I want.
Stop singing. the stupid one that
Shania
that says stuff before every song.
yeah.
Here we
Let's go,
go,
girls.
ladies.
Let's go, girls. No point.
I think they should each get a point for singing. Take it away.
I'll take a point.
Take it away.
Yeah.
I'll take it
Take it
away.
away.
Extra point.
Take it away.
You're welcome.
I'll-
Yeah.
Trying to confuse me. I'm just going to start singing stuff whenever she says something.
That's fine with me. I love a little singing.
Next one. All I Want to Do.
Show Crow.
Gio and Pap. We're on the last 3.
Gio has 2 points. Galvin doubling that with 4. And Michael is your leader. He is winning with 10.
All right, anybody's game.
All right. Bands and artists by number 2 hits. Last 3. Here we go. We Are Family.
Sly and the Family Stone.
Sister Sledge.
Yeah, I do it every time. Every time that song comes up.
Mike Calta.
Ugh.
Born to be Wild.
Steppenwolf.
Galvin himself.
I did.
Galvin. And your last one. YMCA.
Village People.
Oh, you were waiting on it, huh?
Yeah.
Your final score: Gio with 3 points on the board, Galvin with 5, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 11.
I believe that's 2 in a row. Or 4 in a row.
I don't think so.
No, I think Galvin won.
Yeah, is anybody keeping track of that or no?
So
Yeah, we're gathering the stats.
yes, I did get updated. Our last winner was Galvin.
Oh, so that's 1 in a row for me.
Yeah, because I doubled your thing and
And so
got
there's
your rule, no rule out.
Yeah, no rule now, but I did give Gio the year-to-date total.
I do have the year-to-date totals.
Oh, I'd like to hear that if you haven't.
I have 54 wins.
No
See,
way.
this is why I don't think Gio can take it. Gio can do it.
Listen, I don't know. This is the information I got.
I went.
Nice
Nice
try.
54. I must have like
No way.
154.
You have 5 or 4.
I have 11 wins. Galvin has 59, and Mike has 87.
But
Including
now
today?
88.
88.
Yes.
88. Gotta update that, Gio.
Updated.
All right. Excellent. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, time flies. Here we go again. And sweet feet.
Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.
Hey, I don't know who Laura Lee is. She's running for Congress and all that, but she needs to stop. Oh, I almost said that F word.
No.
She needs to stop texting me, and she needs to stop. I can't wait to vote for whoever is running against Laura Lee because she's violated my rights.
I love responding to the text messages.
Even
though.
nobody responds back. It's
Yeah,
all,
it's all
every once in a
automated.
while you get somebody, and they're like, you could have just unfollowed.
I'll put like kiss my ass
I
or
put
all
like
kinds
a
of stuff.
bag of hairy
Yeah.
things, you know.
Have you seen Laurel Lee?
Yeah, she's all right looking. Yeah, but still, that bitch keeps calling me. I hate her. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Glenn.
Glenn, you're the winner, sir.
Excellent. Thank you. And be safe in the storm.
Same to you, my man. Put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break. There you go. Glenn.
Laurel Lee is married to Tommy Lee.
That's not true.
Well, Tom Lee.
Oh,
different one.
Okay.
Also related to Sarah Lee.
Oh, look, generator. Request your free brochure.
Oh.
I'll give you 20 grand if you can put it in today. Put it in. Cash on the barrel.
No.
Get it in
Not
today.
gonna happen.
We'll take a break. Galvin's got your news. We'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Dave Osterberg just pointed out from Fox 13 that we have 2 days. You have plenty of time to prepare. I don't know how much you can do or what you need, but definitely stock up. Get a couple of things of water. Get some food, some food that you can easily make without electricity. And those sort of things to make sure your family is taken care of. You do have a couple of days to still do that. Lines at the gas stations are already insane.
Yeah.
I've seen fights already. I've seen
Try not to be a dick when you're out there. Because I saw a lot of people just like arguing and fighting at the gas station yesterday over just silly things. Like everybody's trying to do the same
that's
thing.
the thing. It's like
Just chill.
It's not like they're trying to steal it from you.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to do the same thing. So just take your time and get through. I got gas at like 2 a.m. on the way home from the Hard Rock, so I was clear there. You know. But if you're going, I'm going to try and go get gas in my wife's car in the middle of the day today, and hopefully that'll take a little bit of the pressure off. But we'll see. And then everybody's worried, like some gas stations are out of gas.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. But you basically want to make sure you have one vehicle that is prepared in case you have to leave and you have to go somewhere else. And try to have a plan beforehand, because a lot of times you don't know what the roads are going to be like. The roads, you can be like, oh, we're going to hop on I-4 and head out there west or east rather, and we won't be able to get there. So, have a plan and a backup plan. Right now, it's time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. If you've not been to a Pelt Shoes lately, you need to get in there because they have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers, and they have tons of stuff in there. Whatever you're looking for, all the different styles, all the different brands, they have them right there in stock, ready to go for you. So go and check them out. Get into Pelt Shoes today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. So Florida is preparing for its largest evacuation since 2017 as Hurricane Milton intensifies in the Gulf of Mexico. Mexico on its path towards the U.S. state's western coast, coming on the heels of the devastating Hurricane Helene. Milton, which strengthened from a tropical storm to a hurricane on Sunday, is projected to make landfall on Wednesday as a major hurricane, likely hitting near the heavily populated Tampa Bay area. That's according to the National Hurricane Center. The new hurricane is expected to affect areas already hit by Helene, which made landfall further north on September 26th. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis warned of potentially higher storm surge and more power outages from Milton compared to Helene, and said destruction from Helene could be compounded.
Completely unfair to all you people who have just had knee-high water in your house, spent the last couple of days getting the water out, getting your furniture out, getting your drywall cut out, and now have to go through this all again.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's absolutely crazy. A few things to note. So St. Pete Beach officials are warning residents that water and sewage services in the city will be turned off ahead of Hurricane Milton's expected landfall. So starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow, St. Pete Beach will begin deactivating all water lines. By noon, water lines will be completely offline until further notice.
You got to get out of there.
Yeah.
You got to get out of there because there's no reason for you to be there. You got no water. You're going to have no power. And you have to deal with a storm surge. Just get out.
Yeah.
I mean, if we learned anything from last week, get out. Nothing's worth it.
And you can't save anything if you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just putting yourself and the emergency rescuers at risk.
Well, here's something you can do is if you have multiple cars, which most people do, if you're taking one car out, you can pack the other cars with some of the stuff, whatever. But the city of Tampa has opened all of its parking garages for free so residents in low-lying and flood-prone areas can protect their cars ahead of Milton.
Great.
Garages will be open free of charge until at least 5 p.m. Thursday, depending on the storm damage, city officials said those who don't remove their cars before the garages return to normal operations will be charged the standard parking rate.
It's fine.
But, so you can go park for free and do that. Yeah, that way at least has an area that you can park your car. It's not going to get water damage, hopefully, and be parked in there. And
Get your Teslas off the ground.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I'm worried about I have an e-bike. I'm worried about that. I don't know where to put that thing. I mean, I'm not going to be flooding, but I got to bring it in the house.
Yeah.
I don't want it to get wet and explode.
Yeah, they said electric cars, scooters, bikes, any motorized vehicle like that, get it out of your garage.
No, out of my garage?
Yeah,
Where am I going to put it?
Well, any flood zone. If you're in a flood zone or you're you know what I mean, something like that. But obviously your garage is below your house, so they say just get it up up a level.
Boy, this is gonna get hectic. It really is. I'm telling you right now. So Hurricane Andrew was at nighttime. This is coming through like 8 a.m. They say it's the time. The timeline has. Let me look right here. It has it hitting right in the Tampa St. Pete area Wednesday at 8 a.m. and then blowing through the state somewhere up around Lakeland, Titusville between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Okay. So that means we'll be awake and we'll be able to see. And I was in Hurricane Andrew came at night, and it was just weird because we were sitting there in the living room watching TV. We were all kind of gathered together, and then the power goes out, and you're like, okay, well, that was expected. And then the scariest thing was we had the windows boarded up mostly. You could see out of the top a little bit, and all we kept seeing were these green lights, and we didn't know what it was, and it was the transformers blowing up. And then once the wind blew in, you start hearing it. It's really vicious. It sounds like a locomotive coming through, and it's whistling, and you're just I don't know, you start panicking, and you're going to have to be prepared for it because you got to know what to expect. And if anybody's alone and they want to go anywhere, go to Whore Island with Joe.
Yeah.
Inviting all on. Hurricane parties are fun if you're a renter.
That's
if you're
true.
a renter and you have
right.
we rented, we had a hurricane coming through, and we were like, oh, we got girls coming over, and we got beer, and we've got games, and we'll be fine. Those are fun times because what's the worst that could happen? But for homeowners, it's a serious time. It's a scary time. So,
well, Joe, you said you've never lost your power ever at the island.
Jinxie over here said it.
You don't have to put it out there, but yes,
he cranks it every day. That's why it's a hand crank.
Steam engine.
The other thing is, I would talk to your kids if you have young kids and explain to them about what's going to happen and the sounds that are going to happen, all that, so that they don't freak out, especially little kids.
Yeah,
because they're going to panic.
Also, make sure that your pets have the proper identification on them, that they have the phone number and all that stuff on their tag. Because,
I don't.
Yeah, between hurricane stuff and like 4th of July, pets go missing all the time.
Yeah.
So definitely do that for sure. So this is crazy. We talk about how fast stuff goes. Where like the cruise is here before you know it, or this is happening. I can't believe it's already almost Halloween. Can you believe that it has been 1 year since the attack? Israelis were holding vigils and somber ceremonies to mark 1 year since the October 7th to 2023.
Where they
Hamas
still have
attack.
all the hostages.
Yeah, the deadliest in the country's history, which sparked the war in Gaza and sacred Israeli and I don't know what the hell word it is. Sorry. Israelis were flocking to ceremonies, cemeteries, and memorial sites around the country, remembering the hundreds of victims and dozens of hostages still in captivity, and the soldiers wounded or killed trying to save them.
Yeah,
it's been
insane.
a year.
It's insane
Since they had that rave, whatever, and they came down. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and what's wild is that they're still hostages.
Yeah,
that they haven't been able to free those hostages, or at least not all of them yet.
But like, if I would have asked you without you thinking about it, like how long ago was that? I would have said it was 4 months ago.
Yeah, today's my dad's birthday, and I know why, but that's the only thing. But yeah, it goes quick, man. It really
it's
does.
unbelievable. How about this? California has become the first state to ban sell-by dates. They're trying to simplify how dates are used on products to cut back on food waste and reduce consumer cost. The law takes effect on July 1st of 2026. It prohibits the use of consumer-facing sell-by dates and also requires standardized language for date labels. At that point, date labels can only say one of two things: best if used by, to indicate peak quality, and used by to designate food safety. The problem with the sell-by dates, you're probably wondering what is the big deal about that. So the problem with the sell-by dates was that they weren't supposed to be used by consumers. The dates were meant to indicate stores when the stock needs to be rotated.
So you could still have it. You can still use it.
Right.
Yes. Somebody please tell this to my wife.
That's the big thing.
She thinks if someone's been in my fridge for 2 days, we got to throw it out.
But the led to a store nixing perfectly good food from the shelves and consumers thinking that the items were past the date at home were spoiled.
Yeah.
So if it says, best if used by or sell by, whatever, then they were like,
I need to know. I got a pork butt in the refrigerator that I haven't cooked yet, and I don't know if I had to throw it out. It looks fine.
How long have you had it in there?
Like 2 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. It's been probably about a week.
And is it completely sealed?
Yes.
It's like the vacuum sealed thing, whatever. You're fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
With meat, it's kind of easy to tell because you can do the smell test. It's like the pre-made food,
right?
That like it's hard to tell because if there's no dairy or anything that will spoil in it, you won't really know if it goes bad. But with meat, you can tell by the odor.
Yeah, I've done the smell test in high school a lot.
No, that's different.
That's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
Oh,
If it smells rotten.
If you hug and then you bring it out.
No,
if it's rotten, don't eat it.
Oh boy.
Jumper immediately.
What?
I told you, my buddy Kevin, this is one of the greatest stories ever. So my buddy Kevin hooks up with this girl and she's stinky. Oh. And he balls enough to say, "Hey, can you take a shower?"
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But like in that area, smelly. And she's
what girl is going to go, "Oh, yeah, no problem. Sorry."
I guess a girl that wants to get with Kevin.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, okay." Gets in the shower, comes back out. Nope.
Didn't take.
Yeah. And he was like, "Well, see you later."
I'm sorry.
Shower's not going to clean that up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something that like
infection.
If you go to the gym or something, then yes, a shower but it still that doesn't happen. That's a pH problem.
Right. Yeah.
My wife smells like a PACH.
Oh.
She's like a peach. Fragrant.
PACH.
PACH.
PA.
I said Pac, like Tupac. Hey, I want to point something out. On Friday, I was really annoyed. We had been advertising the Morgan Wallen tailgate. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And then I found out after the show that they canceled the tailgate. And I thought, you can't advertise for something and then not do it. And I had to tell you, I made a phone call. I was a little annoyed. So I was like, you guys are we're giving away tickets and good spots and all that stuff. And Mike Calta threw it right back in my face, and he was like, "No, what we're doing is we're taking all the food from the brisket shop, we're packaging it up, and then we're taking it out to Indian Shores and giving it to the people who haven't had." And I went, All right, that makes more sense.
What a jerk you are!
Wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, because at first they were
We
like,
want a party.
not party, but they were like, because of the hurricane, we're gonna cancel the tailgate. And I was like, why? The hurricane is not here, and we're fine. And all these people want to go out and they want to do something fun and they
Get
want to
their
have a good
mind
time.
off of it.
And he's like, yeah. He goes, but also there's a bunch of people who are suffering, and we're going to be over here celebrating while they're suffering. And I was like, ugh. I get it, but it was kind of puss a move. And then when he told me what they were doing instead, I thought, well, this is 100 times better, and I'm wrong. So thank you to the brisket shop.
Yeah, I
the
saw
Pepin.
pictures of it, and it looked like fantastic food, and it was all packaged
they
up. And
packaged it up.
people were so happy to get that.
Dude, if you've never been to the brisket shop is located where
Armenia, yeah.
On Armenia, right by where Galvin goes to walk the dogs for the SPCA.
Humane Society.
Same thing.
Nope.
It's similar. What's the difference?
They're different companies.
Oh, I know, but the same. They do the same thing. Yeah. The SPCA.
Humane Society, Tampa Bay.
Sorry.
Ew, just stop.
I'm never going to get it out of my head.
By the way, you want to add something to it? The DeBartolo Humane Society.
That might make me help me out.
Yeah, because they put a bunch of money into it.
But anyway, the brisket shop over there is it's an awesome place to get food too, not just to buy stuff to make the food, but you can get their food as well. So if you haven't had a chance to make your way over there and check it out, the brisket shop on Armenia next to the DeBartolo Humane Society
Yes.
of Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
there you
there
go.
you
This
go.
guy's straightened out.
Yeah, very nice.
Shut up, Carmen.
By the way, walked the dogs this weekend, and so many nice dogs there. Like if you're looking for a pet,
Bring him here.
I will. There was one that was named Jenna, and it said it was a hound mix, but it definitely had like husky in it and stuff. I don't know, but it was a really cool looking dog. It was kind of reddish and it had big ears and stuff. Had brown and blue eyes, not one brown eye, one blue eye, but like half brown and blue. It was really cool looking. Super chill, super cool dog.
That my dog is so dumb that she just I love that they can't understand English, but they just hear inflections of your voice.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can look at her and go, "You are so stupid. You're so stupid."
Yeah.
Oh, she is. She's the dumbest dog ever, but she's the best dog.
Which one? Hazel?
No, Hazel.
Yeah.
Hazel's
Hazel's
smart.
yeah.
Hazel's an idiot.
Hazel's very sweet though.
Yeah. They're
Hazel's
both very sweet. They're just one's particularly dumb.
Mabel still, the jury is out. Anytime you walk in, she barks,
Yep.
and then Hazel comes right up to you and starts licking and stuff,
Yep.
and then Mabel's like, "Okay, I guess he's all
If you
right."
didn't kill that
Hazel
one.
wants to immediately play, but
Yes.
she still like puppy bites.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't mean
Oh,
bite.
she holds my hand with her teeth when we
Yeah.
walk. Yeah, it's just crazy.
A 28-year-old man from Arizona named Jesse Johnson has been arrested after allegedly hiding under women's vehicles at a car wash just so he could stare at their feet.
What's the harm in that? Honestly, what's the harm in that?
So he would park next to women who were vacuuming their vehicles, get out and crawl under their cars and remain there for several minutes. He'd then slip back out when they were done vacuuming and pretend like he was working on his own car. Like, let me check the tire pressure. Let me see what's going on over here. At least one woman caught him in the act. She said, at one point, I saw his head pop out of the driver's side looking at me. He was also on surveillance cameras. Apparently, Jesse is not new to this. He has had some similar offenses before. He is now facing charges for voyeurism and disorderly conduct.
Carmen, you care if somebody's staring at your feet?
From under a car?
Yeah, what
yes.
do you care? He's not bothering you.
That's
Because
creep.
what's the next step? The
Right.
next step.
He's gonna grab me.
Yeah.
Or then he's gonna touch me.
But
Right.
that's a crime. Looking at your feet is not a crime.
Hiding and no.
Hiding
Yes.
under his own car.
Listen.
No, hiding under their car.
Oh.
Right.
He would crawl under their car, and he was charged with voyeurism and disorderly conduct,
'Cause
so
he's
it is a
taking-
crime.
Right, because he's taking video.
But I think we're stretching it here.
If you're just
on the
taking
crime.
a peek, you're being
Right.
harmless.
Just
Listen,
looking at
then
your
do it
tootsies.
from the bench.
Here's-
Don't get under my car.
Here's my question. Are they going to start arresting people in their own cars saying sweaty ladies?
Yes. You're first on the list.
I think women are really stingy with the feet thing. I don't like feet. I don't want to see your feet, but a lot of guys just want to glimpse. Let me get a look at your feet.
They literally have a website for like an OnlyFans feet finder website.
Yeah,
for
but
people
nobody
with
wants to see it on the computer. We want to see real life feet.
Oh, there's all kind of websites, Carmen. There's celebrity feet. There's all
Right.
kind of different stuff.
I
That's
wish
what I'm
I
saying.
was
If you
into
have
feet.
if you have a thing for feet, you can find feet.
I wish I was into feet because it's a lot easier to see people's feet.
Yeah.
Amanda Pappas won't even show me her feet.
I gotta tell you, feet's not like a thing I go after or whatever, but if you see a picture of a girl and she's got like heels on and you see it and you're like, oh, nice feet.
Yeah, I
Nice
don't.
feet.
I don't even. I do notice shoes sometimes. That's why Pappas walked on the screen when I was saying that, and I was trying to get a load of what kind of shoes she was wearing. They don't show you the feet.
Trying to get us in trouble. With
I'm
her.
just looking at it. She's on TV a lot. What do you want? There's a hurricane coming. No, but seriously, I'll notice a girl's shoes sometimes. I'll be like, oh, I like your shoes, but I don't really care about the feet at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch them. I don't want to smell them. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to rub them.
Oh, I'm not mad at it.
Did I tell you what my wife said?
What?
She wanted me to rub her feet.
Yeah.
She goes, remember when you used to rub my feet? I go, remember when you used to do something else?
Yeah.
Yeah. I go, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Would you be mad if I rubbed your wife's feet?
What's the scenario?
I'm over. We're watching UFC. I'm sitting
She
on.
breaks her feet out and she goes,
She
oh, my
pops
feet
them
are
up.
killing me.
Yeah, she pops them up on the sofa and she goes, my feet are killing me. I go, come here. And then
No.
you're not mad at me.
No.
Oh.
I'm all right. We're all right there, and you're just rubbing her feet because her feet hurt.
What if I
You're
have
just
to go to
being
the
afraid.
bathroom immediately after?
Oh,
Wait, what?
wait a minute.
Don't do that in my
Yeah.
bathroom. Well, yeah, I if you're rubbing the feet, we're all right there.
Oh, I don't know.
Who cares?
That's
And
a
I'll
little-
go over and rub your wife's shoulders.
Oh,
And
no.
the music
Yeah,
plays.
and then all of a
It's
sudden.
just like the 70s.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, well, we'll see you guys afterwards.
But get the bowl. Where's the keys? Who's the keys?
Are you saying that that you wouldn't, if we were swingers, you wouldn't swing with me and my wife?
Well, one, I don't want to be a swinger. But
I don't want to be a swinger either. I'm
If
saying
I
if
was
we
a
were.
swinger,
Hypothetically.
1974.
Hey, your wife's very beautiful. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, and we don't have to see each other naked.
Right.
Yeah, so
I don't know why it's got to be the 70s. Why not now?
No, it's a little, we got kids now.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
true.
what I mean? It's weird.
A lot of people talk.
Plus, like, we've known each other for so long. In the beginning, it's weird when you meet like a new couple. You know.
Yeah.
But it's been time, you know them. It's fine.
For the record, I am not into that. And I thought of another man making sweet love to my wife. I want to kill everybody in the room
Hot.
already.
Carmen,
It's not
have you
hot. Shut
ever
your mouth.
been approached by a couple?
I have when I was single.
Yeah.
I
And that-
have been approached by couples for your couple. You can't tell people will be like, you think
Yeah.
Carmen and Chad will do this?
So
to
I
me.
was gonna say. So I've had people ask just to see me and Chad, like not even join.
Guys or girls?
Guys, there's
Yeah,
one guy
look, girl.
who is like, "Can I please just watch?" And I'm
Oh,
That's
watch
gross.
you breaking the bed,
like, "No."
Oh, man.
smothering Chad with your onions.
What if somebody said, hey, can you just like FaceTime when it's going on and I can just watch and I'll give you a couple $100?
I'd listen.
Listen.
Yeah, like if you put on FaceTime and put the phone down, I'd get a load of that.
You just look at, you just see
I
the
bet.
ceiling?
I bet Carmen makes some good noises. Chad calls plays.
I bet you there's a lot of. Hang on, take a break. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Is the
No, I
bed
bet you,
breaking?
Carmen, are you vocal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: I'm more vocal when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Like I get
Talk dirty.
Yeah, I can't say anything on radio. What I
Oh,
say.
your poor neighbors. I know.
But-
I know the walls of that condo are not very that thick.
I can tell no complaints, and I've never heard any of my neighbors. So I have to, I'd imagine it goes both ways. They can't hear me if I can't hear them. But when I'm not drinking, it's moaning, a lot of moaning,
Yeah.
and like his name is said a lot.
Do a little bit for us.
No,
Come on, just give me a little.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me, Chad.
Bobby Moon.
Oh my God.
Not you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, we're not on. Okay.
You
Joe
ruined it.
knows.
You ruined it.
Carmen in 3, 2, go.
I can't.
No.
What's more
Joe-
uncomfortable than 4 guys making you fake moan?
Yeah,
Do you
say
call
your
him Chad?
boyfriend's name for us.
Do you call him Chad or you call him Coach?
Oh, yeah.
You call him Chatty Daddy, yeah.
I call him Chad.
You don't ever do like those videos and go really intense.
No.
Okay. Oh, don't get mad at me.
Well, one time he brought it up, and
Did he really?
I was just like, but it was a joke. Like he instantly, like when I was like, really?
Yeah, that's what guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
no,
was-
it's just joking.
Joke,
Yeah, wouldn't it
joke.
be funny if I banged your
No,
friend?
no.
It'd be hilarious, right?
Yeah, it's just a
Is-
joke.
Like just for, let's say, for fun, like we bang and then your sister walks in. Just as a joke. Like as a joke.
Chatty daddy.
What could be more embarrassing than a girl making Chad moaning noises and stuff? Is all the videos that she puts out. Could that be more embarrassing? Carmen, you are a video making fool.
Yeah.
You love making videos, dancing and doing handstands.
Well, we were very impressed by her handstand yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I did like the signage of picture that Mike sent us. That was pretty good.
Listen, I was at a gig.
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to post when I'm out and about.
But did you get it? You were blocking the coyote party. All right. Telling the people who didn't see it.
named Coyote Ugly, and I'm ugly. Wow.
I think you're very beautiful.
Carmen was standing on the bar, and the sign is behind her, but she had covered up Coyote, so it just had a picture of Carmen and just said ugly in a big, giant light up sign.
You can clearly see Coyote behind me as well.
All I saw was ugly.
When Mike crops it, and that's why Mike is not allowed to have pictures of me.
Oh,
yes, you.
I'm a major violator of that.
I
know. I'm blocking you.
Yeah.
I'm blocking you.
It was on the internet, so it's true.
I reposted it.
I know.
Thank you, Coyote Ugly.
Maybe it was AI. I don't know.
Carmen, I sent you an email just so you know.
I got it.
I almost kept the C in, so it looked like the sign said Carmen is ugly.
Oh,
But I would never do that.
Yes, you
I
would.
cropped the C right out of there.
You're just
How was it yesterday?
It was fun. It was good. There was a lot of people out, and it was raining, so there was kind of like spurts and this and that. But they got like games at Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
And the winner was actually a listener, and he gave the TV to the bartender who had just moved into a new apartment.
Oh,
so
nice.
it like
Good tip.
yeah, so it like all worked out, and everyone had a good time, and it
She's
was fun.
still not going to date you, buddy.
Yeah.
Still not going to date you.
I don't think he wants her to, but I don't know.
You never
Maybe.
know.
He wants Chatty Daddy.
Maybe.
all right.
Richard Simmons had a celebration of life. Well, he didn't have it. They had it for him. Of life on Saturday in New Orleans. He was buried in his workout clothes. Oh, boy. To help the saints and angels get into shape. That's what they said.
That's weird.
Super hot girl just texted me and said that we all know and said he can hide under my car for my feet all day if he's got cash.
Yeah?
Listen, I
Who,
would.
Chad?
Put those little
no,
piggies out there.
You were saying the guy who got in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I would give her cash, not for feet because I don't like feet, but she'd be worth the cash.
Who is she?
I'll tell you off the air.
How much cash?
Just whisper it.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Christina, just so you know, we'd
There you go. It's
we'd
out there.
all give you money.
All right.
I whispered it.
Yeah.
People can hear
Not
that,
then.
you know.
How is she doing? Is she all right?
I talked to her yesterday. She said that she doesn't really know yet how everything is. She's lost a lot of electronics and a lot of those sort of things.
That's
Anita, who listens, her and her wife who listen, asked me about Christina. And she goes, "How is Christina?" And I go, "Who is Christina? I don't know what you're talking about." And she goes, works with promotions and stuff. And I go, "Oh, yeah, okay, that Christina." But like, if you just,
you go.
who's Becky? I don't know who Becky is. But anyways, I said, I don't know. I don't really talk to her outside of whenever I see her at the, events or whatever. But
we had a couple of people in our building that were pretty devastated, but I know some of them got some help over the weekend, and just in time for the next one to come rolling through and make everybody miserable.
Well, Taylor Swift just added another line to her resume. What do you think it is?
What do you mean? She's
added something else to her resume.
she's
top
pop
selling
star,
this and that,
actress,
all the different stuff.
Okay, she is. I don't know. What else could she do?
She is now the richest female musician in the world.
Oh, good for her.
Taylor is worth an estimated what? How much is she worth?
I know. I saw.
You saw?
I did not see.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
And I wasn't even surprised at all by the number.
Yeah. Anybody want
Is
to
it
take a
in
guess?
the billions?
It is over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion.
Yeah.
It is over $1 billion.
1.6.
Carmen nailed it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, $1.6 billion, which puts her ahead of Rihanna's $1.4 billion. Rihanna has all that money from the
Makeup.
fancy, makeup and the
Fenty.
the clothes, the lingerie stuff, whatever.
I'm not even surprised by that number. That seems,
No, it's
just wild.
I'm going to see this show in 2 weeks in Miami, and I am dreading it as an adult male having to go to this show. Okay, my wife is excited, my daughter's excited, her friend's excited.
It looks like she puts on a good show. It looks cool.
But listen to me, it's not the Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the people, the arena, the heat,
it's
just the
all that
chaos of it
stuff.
all,
Right?
yeah.
It's the
That's
hassle.
what I don't want to do. Everything else, Taylor Swift, I'm fine with. But I thought, how bored is she of having to do this all the time, the same show out in front of the same screaming people? But I mean, if you got $1.6 billion, part of you could be like, I could be in France right now getting fed
But
croissants and brie.
But also, it's not the same show. She changes it because she does her like Taylor version, and she has so many songs.
Yeah.
But
that,
also, I don't think you realize, like, musicians, you're always like, what are they doing? Why are they still doing this? They love to do that. Like, if you wrote songs that connected with everybody and everybody loved it and came down and cheered for you.
This is the dream.
And also, like, that's... Yeah, I get it. You 1.6 billion. At some point, you go, I don't feel like doing it anymore. Whatever.
I love doing this show. We're doing it 30-something years now. It's super successful. Everybody's happy. We get more listeners all the time. It makes me feel great. Give me $1.6 billion. I'd quit tomorrow.
Yeah, but
also,
been
what
doing
do
it
you
for 30 years?
What do you do?
What do you mean? What do I do? Oh,
what do you do?
Anything I want.
You just, so you just pass away in a couple of years?
No, I do anything I want. I go, hey, we want to, all these things that I said that I was going to do over the last 20 years, I never did. I can do them all. I can go
also
whitewater rafting. I can go to Italy. But that's what I'm saying. I can do all the things that I want to do.
She's working 2 hours a night. Too,
I can kill a cackling bitch if I want to.
Can I point out a couple things? 100% you could do all those things right now. You're never going whitewater rafting. But also is the fact that if we're off for like a week, you're like, I got to get back on the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you love to do it.
2 weeks is really when I got the itch.
They do these world tours, and then she takes like 2 years off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I do. After like 2 weeks, my wife's like, "Please go back to work. I'm so sick of hearing all your dumb stories, and I don't want to talk to you anymore."
Yeah.
So you're right. Maybe I do get the itch, but I'm just saying, if I had $1.6 billion, I just think I would be on a nonstop, just traveling around the world.
So Taylor is also the second richest musician overall, behind Jay-Z. He's got a pretty good lead. He's worth $2.5 billion.
Jeez.
Rihanna still keeps the title of richest female musician of all time because she was once worth $1.77 billion.
Also, Jay-Z pretty good at what he does. Like, Jay-Z's got some good songs, some good albums and all that, but it's what he did with his money to get it all to where because he's not that good, and I love Jay-Z.
I wonder where that compares to like a Mariah Carey or a Madonna or any of the
Paul McCartney, I think,
Paul McCartney was the first billionaire.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was in the early 90s.
Yeah. And he doesn't seem like he has as many investments as Jay-Z does. Like, nobody was pushing him. He was like, I got all this money. What do I need to
record
invest
company. He had he had the record company. He had his Beatles catalog. He had all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where he was like, I got my money.
By the way, you were talking about going to see Taylor Swift. Somebody put up a post and they said, why does it look like every picture I see of Taylor Swift in concert, she's farting into the microphone? Because she'll be like dancing and she'll be holding the microphone down. And then she's like, stop. And it looks like she's farting into the microphone, which would be hilarious if you went and saw her. The new Joker opened to a disappointing $40 million.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah, they're saying nobody likes it.
No.
Nobody likes the new Joker.
But everybody kind of knew they weren't going to like it from the early shots of it.
It seems like it.
I've not read a single like positive review of it from anybody.
No.
Yeah.
I'm still going to see it. I'm not going to go to the theater.
I'm definitely going to see it because I really like the first one a lot, but this one seems like completely different.
Yeah.
Just from the trailers and stuff, so I have no idea.
And Todd Field, he said at the beginning, or originally, it was supposed to be just a standalone one movie story.
Yeah.
And then I think they just offered him so much money that he had no choice.
Yeah.
So probably a movie that never should have been made anyways.
But then I think we talked about it last week on the show. You guys said it, and then my brother-in-law was telling me yesterday that Penguin was really good.
It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. Definitely watch that for sure. This is something you will not be watching. Amazon has decided not to move forward with the Who's the Boss sequel series.
Oh, my God.
With Tony Danza and Alyssa Milano.
What, not the mother?
No, she's dead. Judith Lightfoot's still alive, but
Judith Light. She's dead?
Yeah. No. She's still alive, but Mona is dead.
She's dead.
And then whatever the kid's doing.
Oh, my God. That would have been horrible.
Right? Yeah. Stop doing that.
Who is the boss? Who wants to watch this?
Tony Danza did a show, and it was on, I don't even know what it was on, Crackle or, one of those things where you're like, what is this? I don't know. But it was with him and the singing kid.
Josh Groban?
Yep. See, nailed it.
I mean,
I don't know what was better, his impression or you just nailing it.
I think that impression is dead on.
Dead on.
That's dead on.
Do it again.
Josh Groban.
Josh Groban.
Yeah. I knew instantly.
Yeah.
But he's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I've seen him act.
He's good. He was on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
He did some SNL stuff too, I think.
But he was a detective. and his father was Tony Danza, and I think Tony Danza was like a retired detective, so he had to like live under the shadow and all. It was a decent show, but that was the last thing I saw Tony Danza do.
That's so funny. On Crackle.
I feel like Galvin's been holding on to his Josh Groban like forever.
Carmen.
Yes.
If you could do your moaning noises while Galvin does his Josh Groban, we may actually have a hit.
So there's a running bit on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Dee is in love with Josh Groban and like goes to the concert and does all this stuff. And she had it was a hallucination or a fever dream or something where she was dating Josh Groban and they were talking about her, and then they had him on like Entertainment Tonight, and it was her and Josh Groban, and she's like, and he writes me the cutest songs, this and that, and she goes, do one of the songs, whatever, and he goes, okay. You don't look like a bird. You have perfectly normal sized feet. Like all the stuff that they make fun of her about. It was really funny. It's Always Sunny, I guess, is coming back, right? Because it's the longest running sitcom on TV.
That's so funny.
They lost me for a little while. There was one season that I was like, what is going on? They started to try and like teach you lessons. And this was this was the same one that was totally anti everything. But then it was like Mac is gay, and then Frank I finally understand. And I was like, what are you guys making jokes anymore?
There was a point where I would never miss an episode, but now I've kind of fell off a little bit.
I gotta tell you, go back and watch that.
Oh, it is so good,
so good that I thought it was going to be canceled.
Yeah,
anything that I like that much, I'm like, well, this isn't going to be canceled.
The best part about it is that they convinced Danny DeVito to be on that show.
Oh yeah,
like the four nobodies,
and didn't come in until like the second season. I think second or third season, and it was so funny because they always call him Frank now, but in the initial thing to beat us over the head with it that is Dee and Dennis's dad, they would always refer to him as dad. Dad, this and that. And now it's like, all right, we get it. It's Frank.
Now I think he's going to be known more for that than anything else in his career.
Probably.
Probably. That's going to be his biggest role.
Yeah, because Taxi was huge. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different movies that he was in. Jimmy John's or whatever he does.
But nothing longer running.
Jersey Mike.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike was a smart, like you get somebody that's like, even a Taylor Swift, if you get somebody and she's holding a sandwich, like she doesn't eat those sandwiches. I look at Danny DeVito, I'm like, he eats those sandwiches.
Oh, 100%.
He'd make a sandwich, he's eating those sandwiches, he enjoys them.
He's leaning on the glass. He's looking.
Put more peppers on it.
Like Tom Brady with the Subway. No way.
He's not eating that processed.
At least they acknowledged it. Yeah. Like, I thought you didn't even eat bread.
Yeah. He's like, I wouldn't eat any of this garbage.
Yeah, for sure.
Subway.
CandyStore.com reviewed candy purchases from the past 17 years and put together a ranking of the top 3 candies in every state. Of course, people buy candy for a lot of reasons throughout the year, but they're focusing mainly on Halloween since we're leading up to that. Top 10 overall, along with the states where they were the top seller. What do you think the top candies are? So this is over the past 17 years that people have purchased top candies. What do you think?
The Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids comes in at number 3. They're number 1 in Alaska, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Nebraska, New York, and Texas.
Okay.
Simple. M&M's.
M&M's, number 1.
Yep.
California, Iowa, Kansas, North Carolina, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Washington State, and Washington, D.C. Yeah, if you get a pack, that's a good thing. Yeah.
I mean, I love peanut M&M's better, but...
Carmen, what do you go on Reese's what?
Just plain Reese's.
Cup. Peanut butter cup.
The cup?
Oh, okay.
Yep. Number 1 in Florida, Kentucky, New Hampshire, and Wyoming. He comes in at number 2.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. Not in the top 10.
You suck,
Really? How about a Hershey's? Just a regular Hershey's bar.
Hershey's Bar is not in there, but Hershey's Kisses is in there. Hershey's Kisses is number 8, comes in at number 1 in Arizona and Colorado. I'm sorry, Hershey's Mini Bars.
Yeah, the minis.
It comes in at number 9 in Hawaii, Nevada, Rhode Island, and West Virginia.
It gives you a Mr. Good Bar, a Crackle.
What do you got, Carmen? What do you got?
I was gonna say all these kids love Skittles.
Skittles comes in number 4, number 1 in Alabama.
Skittles, Sour Patch Kids. I'm trying to think of what we have. Starburst.
One of the ones that you were on a kick for a while. Candy.
Dove?
No.
Four.
No.
Payday?
You were on a kick for a while.
Payday.
You would bring in a box of them.
Joe's a dick.
I'm bringing a box. You say paydays? I bring in a box of them. Tic Tacs?
No.
A box.
Nerds.
No.
What chicka?
Hot tamales.
Oh, I love. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That
hot
was a while
tamales.
ago, yeah.
You used to bring them in all the time.
I
Yeah,
love those.
Number 1 in Minnesota, New Mexico, North Dakota, and Mike's Belly.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't had candy in so long. Hot tamales. Oof.
I got to tell you, number 10 is a fantastic one, Butterfinger.
Yeah,
Butterfinger's so
Butterfinger's
good.
Can't eat more than one Butterfinger.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you try to eat like that extra large one that they sell,
Yeah.
too much.
Too much.
You gotta give you the
I'm not a
headache.
Butterfinger guy.
Oh,
Butterfinger's
you're
No.
good. It's funny because it's not like top of mind Butterfinger.
Yeah.
But if there's a Butterfinger there, like if you get candy, whenever your kids get candy for Halloween, and you're going through and you're like, oh, Nestle's, all right. And then a Butterfinger, you're like, oh, damn, Butterfinger's good.
That's the only scenario where I eat a Butterfinger is like Halloween. I'm
Right.
not buying.
I
Yes.
would buy a
but
Butterfinger.
really good and probably great on ice cream.
Yeah.
You know, like crinkle up a Butterfinger on ice cream.
Also, my unlikely favorite candy bar, Score bar.
Oh, Score's fantastic.
love a
Score
Score
or
bar.
Heath, yeah.
Now, how do you eat it? Do you just bite it through? Like,
Yeah.
I have to try to clear all the chocolate off.
Oh, no, I just bite it through.
It's,
Have you had the whatchamacallit?
Yeah. Whatchamacallit good?
Very underrated.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit good? Fast break good?
Yeah.
Take 5.
Or that's
Oh.
that's what I meant. Yeah, take 5. That's the one with
So
the
Pretzels
Pretzel
and
and
peanut
yeah.
butter.
Yeah.
oh, I'm starving now.
Yeah.
so number 9 was Hershey Minis. Number 8, Hershey Kisses. Number 7, you either love them or you hate them. There's no in between on this. Candy corn.
Love it.
Oh.
Candy corn.
Ugh.
Hate it. Hate
yeah.
it.
Number
Love
1.
them, can't eat them. Got them in the house right now. I keep walking by and I'm like, let me just have one.
Where do you
Let me
land on
just take one.
circus peanuts?
I do like
horrible.
circus
Circus
peanuts.
peanuts
So
are great.
I know I'm the guy
Candy
that
corn's great too.
I love all that weird old candy. If I'm traveling and I stop at a store and like a truck stop and they have those Boston baked beans, I'll even get those.
Can I tell you? Love bullseyes. Bullseyes,
Bullseyes
the
are
kind
good,
with
yeah,
the with
yeah.
the cream in the center, whatever. Hate those orange and black peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like you
I
can fix
like them.
You
like,
can fix a tire with them.
like a bit of honey.
No, bit of honey, good.
Yeah, but
those
those,
things. They're. I don't even think they're
Those
candy.
are low rent bit of honey.
Yeah, they're rough.
No Snicker bar yet?
Snicker bar. Not in the top 10.
Oh.
Yeah, you got Starburst, Skittles, Sour
Surprising.
Patch Kids, Reese's Cups. M&M was number 1. So some of the other ones they said outside of the top 10, Snickers comes right outside of the top 10. Jolly Ranchers, Almond Joy. Almond Joy, not a fan
No.
of.
Mounds.
Twix,
Mounds.
fantastic. Tootsie Pops, Three Musketeers, Blow Pops, and Lemon Heads.
Oh yeah, kids love the lemon heads too.
Lemon Heads are number 1 in Louisiana.
Tootsie Roll is like an old lady candy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But it's still good.
My grandmother always had Tootsie Rolls around her house.
And the Werther's original as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
When you go to
I love the word.
Amscott, they still give them to you.
Tootsie Rolls?
Yeah.
What are you going to Amscott for?
Sometimes you need a money order.
All right, you make me nervous.
I just go to Amscott to hang out.
No, yeah, I don't know. You might be taking advances out or something like that.
I'm
No.
amazed whenever I see an Amscott that closed. There's an
I
Amscott.
never see that.
There's an
They're all-
Amscott.
That's because they're building a bigger one next door. I guarantee you.
Probably. But I think there was like 4 in a row,
Yeah.
and they're like, we don't need this one.
Carmen, if I find out you're going to Amscott to take advances out,
Listen, times are hard,
listen,
man.
wait,
Sell your feet.
Times are
Amscott will charge you
hard.
35% on a loan on a forward loan.
You want to say you're saying you want to be my bank?
8%.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, I mean that's a
And-
much better. And then I won't, and I won't garnish your wages if you don't pay.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't. I have never ever done that. I never
No.
want to know about it. I don't know how to do it.
No, I actually just I was going to Amscott to get money orders for my HOA to
Free
save-
money orders.
Free money orders.
Yeah.
That's why. And then, but I was just waiting for my checks because I ordered checks from the bank. I have never had checks. I've never had to write a check.
Yeah.
I've always
Checks
used
are terrible.
I've always used money orders. But listen, my HOA when you do it online, the convenience fee
Isn't that stupid?
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
For what?
For
It's
if you pay online,
They'll
whatever.
charge
If you pay your HOA.
credit card or something.
Yeah, they're like, there's a service fee of $12 or something. You're like, what is this for?
It's like 5% or something. So it comes out to be, $20-$30, whatever.
Crazy.
So it's insane.
But
So-
can't you hook it up to your bank account? Can't you do it that way? If you pay with a debit card or a credit card, they do the thing. But I think if you either use your check and use the routing number or your bank,
they can do
then-
it automatic. Yeah.
they don't charge you the fee, I think.
Well, so
Depends.
right. So I don't know. I could probably do that, but I don't really like my HOA. And when I sent the first check, they were like, "We dropped your convenience fee. please pay online. So I know they don't like the check, so I keep sending them checks through
Ah.
my HOA. That's how I stick it to them, and I send them a check.
Carmen,
To the
get a
man.
bat sanctuary.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll work. By the way, Amscot charges a fee of 10% of the cash advance amount plus $3 state fee for each cash advance. So, for
Not
example, $100 would cost you $13.
Yeah. I mean, but now you're borrowing $500 and you're taking you're paid in a week, but now you're looking at 3 weeks. Then you're falling behind because of you have the money to pay back, but you don't have the.
Oh
vig
yeah,
on it.
I mean that's the nature of the beast.
It's not
That's
my
the
man at
thing.
Amscot. Amscot does a good service. I'm just saying I'd rather you come to me before you go to Amscot.
And Amscot also does. This is wild to think that people don't have computers or can't pay online or do whatever, but they'll pay your bills. Like you can go in there with your water or electric bill or whatever and be like, "Hey, can you pay this?" And they'll do.
I was waiting.
They
for
don't pay
Amanda.
it for you. They do the process.
I was waiting for Amanda to come out of somewhere, and I had a check in my visor for like $36 that somebody gave me for something, and it was just sitting in my visor, and the sign said "We cash checks," and I went, "All right, I'm just gonna go cash this check because it's just I'm waiting for her. I got time." I went in there, and she just like, "You have to fill out these 33 pages. Give us your driver's license." I was like, "Forget it. I'll just keep the check." I'm probably sure I never even cashed the check.
Yeah.
But it was just too much. I didn't want to have anything to do with all that.
When I first moved out on my own, being able to float checks was
Oh,
hilarious.
that was the best. Yeah.
Check
Like,
kiting.
Yeah. You'd float the check and you'd write it over the amount.
Sure.
Get the cash and be like, hey, don't cash that until Saturday when
Right.
the money goes to the bank.
Yeah,
That
or
was the
you'd
best.
or you'd pay something and pay it late on Friday, and
Yeah.
then have the whole weekend to be like, all right, well, they're not going to take that money out.
Or I'd try and sneak the date and put the date after like when it was going to be in the bank.
Yeah.
There was no better feeling to me ever than paying my registration and my car insurance and make sure my license plate was up to date, all that at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the first time that I never had them all at the same time. I always had one or the other. The first time I drove out of the insurance place with insurance and my car was registered for a year, I called my grandmother to tell her, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm legal. I'm driving legally.
Do you know how many times I had to go and get the plate for my car, the sticker, or do whatever? You go to the DMV, and I would have to get insurance so I could show that I had insurance, and then leave there and cancel the insurance because I just didn't have enough money to do it. So so that feeling of being all covered, everything you got, all that stuff, is very similar to you floating a check out there or doing something, and you don't get overdraft fees because your other check went in, and you're like, but it was like a 2 or 3 day difference, and you're like, yes, it's in. Yes. That's so funny. Finally, in news, I have some new music for you guys.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
love the new music. All right, this is a band that we definitely know that has been around for a long time with some new music. Take a listen. Give me a shout whenever you know who it is. Here we go. New music on the Mike Calta Show. This is a song called Cancel.
That voice is processed as hell.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
yeah. The music sounds great.
Yeah, Carmen's bringing it down because they do swear on that coming up here in a little bit. But it's canceled, and it's talking about being canceled, obviously in the cancel culture. Wake up, Daily Mail has a handful of shots and blah, blah, blah,
So just write songs about. Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, you know, how many stripper songs can you write? You're like, all right, let's write about getting canceled, I guess.
Especially when you're in your 60s.
Yeah.
yeah, but if you're gonna write a song about cancels, just be like, talk about the things you can't do anymore. Don't put the Daily Mail. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's pretentious to me.
Well, they're rich guys in their 60s
That's what I'm
now.
saying.
So it's like you
It's
can't.
different.
What are they doing?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Did you see Tommy Lee's dog get taken by a coyote?
Did
Yeah, that was wild. I didn't know whether it was real or not. Another thing that I don't know whether it was real or not is that kid smashing his McLaren.
Oh yeah, that is real.
I feel like it's fake though, because
He may have tried to fake it, but he really did crash the car.
yeah, like I believe the car was crashed.
Yeah.
But was it a setup where because it like, you know, oh no, and then it goes white, and then it's the car is all smashed up. Like, did they smash it and then they're like, hey, we should set it up where it looks like we smashed it?
I don't put it past that kid to purposely.
What is his name?
Jack Doherty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack Doherty is one of those kids that
Oh, I know he
is
is,
famous and super rich, and you have to look it up and go, "Why is this kid famous and super rich?"
He does a lot of prank videos. Like
So dumb.
He'll have he's a little tiny kid,
Right.
And he'll go to the mall and like pick fights with people, and then have like security with him to then
Which, by the way, his security. Listen, I'm not fighting anyone, but there's plenty of people that would whip that security guard's ass. It's just like the one that I saw was just a fat dude.
But they pick people that they know are not
Right.
I mean,
Can't do
guys.
anything, yeah.
I know, but you come across the wrong MMA guy that is 150 pounds, and all of a sudden he's climbing up on that dude and choking him out.
And so he like houses a lot of like these OnlyFans girls, and then he takes a percentage of their money.
That's
so
a good move.
he'll have like this huge house and all these
I would
hot
definitely be
girls.
interested in that.
Yeah.
Getting a house, putting OnlyFans girls in it, and taking a piece of their.
That's a whole new Amscot.
But he's like renownedly hated on the internet as like the ultimate troll.
I see people all the time, like messing with him and doing stuff and yelling at him. But then is that set up too?
Yeah,
Christina, get your feet ready. What if we just do a Mike Calta's foot house? I don't know if I'd want to put my name on it. It's just girls do OnlyFans for feet in the house.
What if they just come in and we have them in each of the shots, like they're behind us with just their feet?
Just their feet sticking out of little holes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Carmen, you can get in on it.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, I would have to imagine a tattoo on a foot is like a specific thing, right?
Yeah.
Carmen's
Yeah,
got
a lot of
tattoo.
people. A lot of people don't like the tattoo on the.
But a
foot,
lot of
though.
people do.
Yeah, some people.
It's
do.
like
If you like
Suicide
tattoos.
Girls. Remember, they became real popular because it was all the tattooed girls.
Yeah. I follow a girl. I don't even know who she is, but she wears a lot of makeup and she's got a tattoo on her face.
Yeah.
That's something I never thought I'd be attracted to. A lot of makeup and a face tattoo, but she's smoking hot.
Outcast.
Yeah. I'm
She's
like,
outside
whoa,
the lines. She's doing something crazy.
She's definitely riding on the back of a bike somewhere.
Well, she's riding a lot of stuff.
Or
probably.
maybe the front of a bike.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of things you didn't know you were into until you tried it out. I don't like feet, but I've touched feet. I've seen feet. I know I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a fan of feet.
Yeah, but it is interesting. Every once in a while, you're like, oh, all right, interesting. Didn't know that one.
Like I don't want to you see people licking people's toes. I don't want to be that guy. I don't think my wife would like. She'd be like, all right, that's grossing me out.
There is a lot of things where I go, well, that's just you can't do that if you're married. Like you know what I mean? Like that's a single move. That's a single guy.
Licking a toe?
No, like certain things that are a little kind of degrading. Where you're like, well, I'm not going to do that to my wife. That's what I care about my wife. I love my wife. Now, if I just met some, whore.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah, just some one night stand. You're like, all right, oh, you like that? All right.
Yeah, see, I don't have that. Like I know somebody like that too. They wanted to do a little move, and the boyfriend wouldn't do the move. I'm like, oh, I'd do the move. If you wanted it, I would do the move.
Yeah. Depending though.
I don't want to do the move. Yeah.
Depending.
What's the move?
If it involves something that's gross.
Yeah. Not gross to me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is aggressive.
That shouldn't be in anywhere.
Yeah. That's some weird stuff.
Josh Groban.
Well, there you go. That is it for. By the way, did I ever tell you they have all the different names for the different things, the different moves that you do, and the Abe Lincoln and the this and that, whatever.
Right.
The Adele.
No.
What's the Italian?
I don't know.
Hello from the other side.
Oh no!
Dude, I used to know so many of those. Me and my buddies would go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, you know what this one is? Well, you know what this one is? You know what this one is?
There's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asked Deminsky and Doyle about that. They decided to read them on the air and got a huge fine.
Yeah, I would never do it, but
No.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
The Bartolo Humane Society
Yes.
of Tampa Bay.
Yes.
I'm going to get used to saying it.
That's it.
So you're saying it, so I get
That's
it right.
Go down, check out all the doggies.
Before we
And
go to
cats,
break,
they have other stuff.
what's that? Cats and what? Hey, tell me some of the other pets that they have.
Rabbits, ferrets.
Really?
They had donkeys out there before.
Donkeys?
Yeah, they have all kind of stuff.
Because people get baby donkeys.
Yeah.
They think they're baby donkeys and they grow into real donkeys. I would. I'm trying to think of what other animal I would house here. We don't. I like those little hedgehogs. You know those little things, but they're inside.
Yeah.
pets. Yeah. But I don't know.
people carry those in their pocket.
I know. Like I'd want to hang out with one of those little things. I think it's kind of cool.
It's just like a rodent to me.
Yeah, but it's a cute little furry.
Yeah, I don't feel like they can really interact. They just want to bite you.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I think if you want anything, it's otters. You want some
dude,
otters.
those otters are fantastic.
Or a
You ever seen a
ferret.
place where you can shake the otter's hands?
And give them marbles, and they
Yeah,
collect them
yeah.
all and stuff. Yeah.
I saw a video over the weekend. A guy had a pet raccoon in his house.
I saw
and
that.
it was walking around the house and like picking things up and
Man,
like, sitting down on the couch.
I follow one on Instagram. They sleep in drawers at night.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't want that's a rat to me.
Oh, really? Raccoons?
They're really cute, but they're cute when they get big. They're like big rats.
But they have real hands.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Is the hands.
When they're
and
little,
they can
they're
do stuff
adorable.
and everything.
This was a full raccoon in this guy's house, and it was just like the dog was walking around the house, and the raccoon was crawling on the couch and laying on the couch.
Yeah, raccoons can be domesticated
Yeah.
pretty easily, and they, seem cool to have as pets. Still, to this day, one of the funniest / meanest things in the world. Raccoons always wash their food, so no matter what you give them, they put it in water first and eat it and stuff. And a guy was giving the raccoon cotton candy, and he would take it and he put it in the water, and then he'd go
Disappear.
It was just dissolve, and he'd be like, I have delicious candy all of a sudden.
Poor raccoon.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. 800-771-1025. The phone numbers before we go to break. I want to tell you about Jeff Borum and his team. See this guy on that they're showing on CBS this morning? I don't believe this. There's a guy that goes on the subway and he draws the people that are sitting across from them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe it. I mean, I believe it's set up.
No. So he initially, I think he was doing it, but now it is set up because it's all kind of famous people and everything. Yeah, but I think when he initially did it, and he would be like, because there would people would be like, "You did what?" And then they show the picture and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." Yeah,
or they didn't want it. They were like weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they started doing that, but
He sits
now it's all
across from
these
him on the
famous
subway.
people.
And he draws pictures of them, and then he, when they go for a little while, and then when he's done, he goes, "Hey, I drew you," and he gives them the picture.
Right.
And like Galvin said, a lot of them reject it in the beginning, like what, and then they look and they're like blown away by it. But then, all of a sudden he's drawing just guys with piercings in their foreheads and stuff. He just got the biggest, meanest looking guys, and he's drawing them, and they're like, "Oh, it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, man." I believe it's just all contrived. Not that he's not a good artist, and it's a good concept.
Have you ever seen any of those street photographers that'll just pick random people?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, I like your look. Can I dig?" And they're like, I mean, okay, I guess, whatever. And then does really good work.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those guys too. I mean, that I believe is more because a lot of times people will say no, and he'll show that,
Right.
But then he'll get the interesting looking guy with the bow tie on, and he'll take a picture of that guy, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that came out pretty good."
Yeah.
He'll shoot up, so you get the buildings behind him. That's cool. Nothing really changes in the Diddy situation, but there was the lawsuits last week. It was like 129 lawsuits filed against him, and there's this one story of the 129 is a kid, right? The kid said he was like 9 years old.
Well, there's a few kids.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah,
I only
yeah.
heard about the one.
No, there's a few kids in the lawsuit because, I think another 100 and some people came forward.
Yeah.
And we did the story, I think, last week or the week before, and there were definitely more than one kid.
Okay.
involved.
Well, one kid's lawyer is really aggressive and is saying that there's an accomplice in the video that he has, and that accomplice is very, very famous. Who would be?
Oh, well, they're saying, whenever we talked about it before, they said the names that are going to come out are just absolutely going to floor you.
And that blows my mind. And then we got into, I know we talked about it last week when we said this, and like this is the same thing with the Epstein list.
Right.
You're hearing some of these names, and you hear people who went to Diddy parties.
Well, a few things. Have you seen the video going around of him? He adopted the white girl, and she looks like she's about 13 years old. And he's like, tell him how I adopted you. And she's like speaking to camera, and they're all behind her and laughing and doing all that stuff. It's just a weird, especially now that you're hearing all these. Yeah, it's very weird and stuff. But I got to tell you, I don't know whether you've heard the latest. We need to put all those rumors and accusations aside.
Why is that?
P. Diddy said his mom said he didn't do anything.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Once your mama comes out.
Yeah, his mom has come out and said that it's just they're painting him to be a monster. That's not her son.
I heard she was a part of the freak offs.
Mom was?
Mom was.
Mama Diddy?
That is another rumor that's going around. Obviously, we haven't confirmed
that's
any
freaky.
of these.
That's a good freak off when your mom is involved.
Yeah, but they said Mama Diddy was part of the freak offs.
It was like Mama Pants.
Yeah. Well, no.
She's part of the freak
she's
offs?
part of the freak offs for sure.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
now.
Hold on.
She'll be on the list.
All
Yep.
right.
We're not surprised or angry.
Where do we find out, Carmen, where does Justin Bieber land on this?
I think he's on the list as a kid.
As
And-
a kid who has been molested?
Yeah, but but you know what? I feel like this is going to be very similar to the Jeffrey Epstein thing, where we have a list.
Nothing.
The list never comes out.
Yeah.
They leak one or two names, and then it's bye Diddy, and then the problem goes away, and then it's just on to the next creep.
Because the guy who said they have a list dies in a one-car accident that drives into a tree in the woods, and nobody can find the keys, and there was no gas in the car.
Yeah.
Well, and Diddy already made like a pre-video a while back, like a year or two ago, and he's like, if I go down, everyone's going down, and he names Oprah, LeBron, Kardashians.
Where is it? I want to see this video.
Yeah. Hold on. It's weird because it's Diddy and he has his son sitting in his lap. Diddy.
Are you sure it's not AI?
Yeah, right?
By the way, so Diddy's mom says, quote, "My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to omit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt."
Well, Mama's going to stand by
Get
herself.
your freak on.
Yeah.
Get your freak on.
I mean, you want to talk about a real freak party when you get your mama involved.
Oh, that's weird. That's getting wild.
Well, that's how you save her.
Watching lovely Amanda Pappas on TV right now, and what she's showing in the latest model is that it slows down when it gets here, and it goes from a category 4 to a category 3 by the time it hits land, and leaves as a 1.
I guess there's a wind shear that it's going to be hitting at some point, which could slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that would be nice.
And I just learned what wind shear was.
What is wind shear? I don't know.
It's like the wind that's pushing it down from the north.
Oh.
It hits that, in which that can slow it down and kind of break it up a little bit. So even though it goes to a category 4 in the middle of the Gulf, once it hits that wind shear, it could possibly slow it down a little bit.
Gotcha.
Lowering it from a category 4 to 3.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I'd like to drop it a couple of categories. Category 3, I think we can go through with no problem. 4 is where
I don't
4
know
and
about
5
no
is.
problem.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying is 4 and 5 is where you really start having major issues. I'll tell you right now, I was stuck on a boat in between 2 drawbridges for Hurricane Andrew.
That's
because
crazy.
we were trying to move a sailboat out of the spot, and to get through downtown, you have to go through the drawbridges, and because traffic got so bad, they closed the drawbridges, and we were stuck between 2 drawbridges. We had nowhere to go, so we had to go dock on a stranger's land.
Yeah,
and they were not there, and we just tied off to their tree, and nobody ever said a word about it.
The fact that this one is coming across the state feels very different to me.
The angle that it's coming at.
It's really, it's a lot.
I'm just thinking about all the things that I have to do after the show today. I'm getting anxiety about it, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think we did the hard parts. We did the stock up on the food and the water and the gasoline and all that stuff. But now I need to get all the things off my porch. Joey needs to clean off his weed den. Seriously, because he's got to bring all those chairs in. I went to my dad's house yesterday. It was my dad's birthday. And we went to his house yesterday. Today's actually his birthday. And we went there for dinner. And it was me and my family, my brother and his family, and then a couple that are friends with my dad. And I realized we are the whitest trash family ever. Do you want to just take a guess? So I got up and I walked out of the dining room and I go, we are the whitest trash family. Any idea what I might have seen that made me think of that?
Whitest trash family.
I mean, I got up and I looked around and I go, we are white trash. For sure. And it's not just them. It's me. My brother, not so much. But me and my dad are white trash.
Because what you were wearing?
Nope.
Because what you were eating.
No. You know what we're eating? That was New York trash. We were eating Chinese food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a very New York thing. We got up from a long table. It was 2 tables put together. There was a long dining room table and then another table. And enough chairs for everybody. Does that give you a little bit of a hint? Out of all of the chairs, 5 of them were WWE chairs.
Yeah. Very nice.
Hey, those are great chairs, man.
Well, as I said to my dad, I go, we, including me, are such white trash.
Yeah.
Because and my dad has a whole fleet of folding chairs that are padded, that are nice. But he also has the wrestling chairs, and we are sitting on the wrestling chairs.
Yeah. Listen, I'd rather sit on the WWE Backlash chair.
Yes,
instead of the regular, just plain old chair.
I remember when we went to one of the events, and you were like, "We get to take these chairs," and I go, "Really?
Yeah.
I still have 2 of them. They're great. Yeah,
use them at events. You're white trash too.
Yeah.
No, I they zip tie them together so nobody could take them till the end.
Right.
And they come by and they cut them off. I had a bunch of them for a while. I really did. I had a bunch of them. They were selling for lots of money on
used to be
eBay.
You'd get them, and then people would try and buy them off you
on the way out,
right outside the thing. Like, hey, I'll give you $300 cash right now.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I think we did that one time. I went to the show with the Undertaker's wife at the time, and Amanda and the son. So we had like 4 chairs, and we were carrying them out on the way out. And she's like, "I don't want those. I'm not taking. We got enough of those things." And some guy's like, "Yeah, I'll give you a couple hundred." I was like, "Here, just sold them right there on the streets."
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and WWE is coming. I know. I think it's one on sale.
I think so.
They have
Yeah,
an event coming here.
Yeah,
I saw The Rock was back.
Yes,
did you see that
over the weekend?
What is he? Is he wrestling or what did he do?
Yeah, I think he's going to start a feud with Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I wonder what keeps bringing him back. I know it's where he got his start, and I know, but it seems like his loyalty was to Vince, and with Vince being out now, it's like at what point is it okay for him to just say goodbye?
He probably just loves it. I don't know.
You think so?
I would think so. He's got more money than he would ever have to,
Yeah, but I feel like you're risking a lot doing the wrestling, even though that it's predetermined, whatever, you're still, taking hits and doing different stuff, and there can always be an accident where all of a sudden you get, your face cut by something or whatever. That's a big risk to take.
I think that he's got so much money now. Even if he was out, he's out.
Yeah, I guess so. So who is like the top guy out there? Roman Reigns?
Well, I saw Cody Rhodes in the ring with Roman Reigns when The Rock came out, and then the big match everybody was talking about was CM Punk and somebody else.
I honestly haven't been following.
I wasn't following it. I was just reading like internet that day.
Most of the stuff I saw was clips on social media.
Yeah, that's all I saw too. It was Punk and somebody else was a big match.
I still remember making money off of you whenever CM Punk fought MMA, and he was like, "I think he's gonna win." I go, "These guys have been doing it since they were 6 years old. You think all of a sudden a 40-year-old guy is gonna switch sports and go over there and do it?"
Yeah, but Punk had been training, so it wasn't like he just
had
started
been training for like a couple years though, like 2, maybe 3 years. Whereas Brian, whatever his name was that he fought, he'd been training for like 20 years. Since he was like a 10-year-old.
They're not all Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar was just a massive,
just a monster,
and a collegiate wrestler.
Yeah,
like he was a great wrestler, so he had that base. So that's a big deal.
Can you imagine being that size and moving that fast? Like being able to move around like that?
No.
There was a guy Daniel Cormier was talking about who was an Olympic wrestler, and he goes, he beat me, he beat this guy, he beat this guy. He goes, he beat our entire team. Like, if this guy ever would have done MMA, he goes, I don't think anyone would have ever been able to beat him. He was so good.
They said that the hardest guy to fight was Kurt Angle.
Yeah, well, they say for MMA, now obviously they train everything always, but whenever it first started out, you would have this guy's a stand-up guy, this guy's submission guy. They said wrestling, it was the biggest part of the background that you needed. If you had the base in wrestling, that they can teach you stand-up a lot easier than they can teach you as somebody who can strike how to do wrestling.
Yeah. Did you see the Morgan Wallen concert did actually happen here on Friday night?
Yeah.
And Morgan Wallen has this tradition where he walks to the stage and is joined by celebrities
from that city and stuff.
Area,
yeah, and he has a bunch of different people coming through doing it. It's great.
I still think the best one was Peyton Manning. When they were in Tennessee, in Knoxville, and Peyton Manning came out in full uniform, pads, helmet, everything.
For college.
College.
Friday night, he had Baker Mayfield walk him out there. He got all the way to the front. Now, what are they listening to on the way out? That's not his music, is it?
I think it is.
Is it really?
I think it's one of his songs. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield walked him out in a cowboy hat, and I guess his wife I saw on Instagram, she was there with a bunch of her friends, so maybe he's a fan,
Yeah, maybe.
And Baker walked him out there, and then at the very end, Hulk Hogan jumped out and joined him, and before he went out there, and they went on stage. So I don't know. I
mean, if you're coming to Tampa, that's two pretty big names.
Yeah, that's the truth. We always try to go over this, like who else would have been good, but I mean, if you got Jeter out there, but Jeter's not into that kind of music.
But he's not even he's not a Tampa guy. I
always think him as a Tampa guy. He's lived here for so long.
I think him as a New York guy.
See, but he's lived here for so long, and I've seen him around a bunch of times. So
Maybe.
I mean, if you Tampa, obviously a ton of different wrestlers and stuff, but if you're going to go top wrestler name, biggest,
not
you're
even
going
wrestler,
Hulk
just
Hogan, and then
across
you're
the board celebrity.
And then you're going, but also you're going sports, go out of any sports, number one, QB1,
Yeah.
Like that's
especially when you're at the stadiums where the show's at and everything.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just like I'm thinking like if you go to New Orleans, you're getting not just athletes, like there's people famous for being from New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's what I was trying to think.
When Brady walked out, it was in Vegas, and I guess because he owns part of the team, or I don't know.
And it was Brady and who?
Brady and
Yeah, I saw that too.
I can't remember.
Yeah, there was somebody else with them.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's a pretty good gimmick, the walkout.
It looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah. And the crowd goes nuts the whole time.
Now they get there early and they got something to look forward to. Let's see who walks around. You know what I mean? So
I always like when bands before their show, they'll cut to them backstage.
Yeah, you always wonder what they're doing.
The walk to the stage.
Oh, the other guy, you may have heard of him, Mike Tyson.
Oh,
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It was Tyson and Tom Brady. Yeah,
That's right. That's right. I saw some people online were like pissed off that Baker Mayfield was doing that.
Why?
Like, shouldn't he be studying playbooks and stick to football?
Shut up.
There was a whole article, and there was about a dozen different social media posts of people pissed off because they had just lost the game on Thursday, and now he is.
So what's that going to do? Is that going to make them win?
It's stupid.
Are they going to go back and win the game now?
Unless he was working on a time machine, he should be fine being out there.
It's completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's great.
But I did see that.
Was it Ian who was saying that? He's so critical of other football.
Probably.
I'm just kidding. Ian's in the studio with us now. Ian Beckles is here with a KISS shirt on, which makes me laugh. What is that headband? What school is that?
Indiana Hoosiers.
Hoosiers.
6-0 Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh.
Thank you for asking.
Is that your alma mater?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
Is it really?
6-0.
How you win Indiana?
I went to Indiana.
I believe you. I just wasn't. I don't have any. I don't have the ability to retain that information. I'm sure you've told us that before, but I can never remember that.
Not important.
You go straight from You go straight from Montreal to Indiana.
Via Waldorf Junior College in Forest City, Iowa.
And how do they find you? Through football, obviously.
Through football, there was another one of our players.
How do they find him? They go, hey, is there any black guys in Iowa? Yep, one. Here he is.
Well, Forest City, Iowa has never had a black person live there other than at the school.
Right.
And when I went from Montreal to Forest City, I went from 4 million metropolis melting pot to Forest City, 7,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Culture shock.
Did you stand out at all?
So when you're playing and you're pretty good at what you do, and you're like, all right, I could probably do this at the collegiate level, and then you end up at a junior college, and you're like, well, maybe I'm not that good, or maybe
I wasn't that guy.
You weren't that good, or you weren't that guy?
No, I wasn't. Well, I was in Montreal, first of all.
Right.
Okay, so
nobody's looking at
nobody's really looking at
Okay.
me. When I go to a Chamberlain game, or I go to a Plant game, or I go to a Jesuit game, you know what goes in my head? If I grew up here, people had known me.
Yeah.
Nobody knew me.
It'd be a big deal, yeah.
I was a lineman in Montreal. People like hockey.
Right.
But there's a lot of NFL players that have come from my area. But if I was in a Jesuit, or like Chamberlain, there's not anybody that's gone through Chamberlain that can block me yet. You'd have heard about me. But Montreal is not the spot to be a football player.
So you get to the junior college, and then how does Indiana find you?
I was actually signed with Northern Iowa first.
Okay.
And because I didn't take the SATs out of high school, I had to graduate from junior college. And while I was there, somebody flunked out of Indiana, and I was the only guy sitting around.
Oh,
and they brought me in on a recruiting trip, and they go, yeah, we'll give you a scholarship.
Wow.
And that was it.
Did you end up taking the SATs?
Never did.
Never took them.
Never did.
And you got a full scholarship.
Yep.
That's
Indiana, yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
What does the SATs do? I mean, seriously.
The SATs give you a pretty good synopsis of how you did in high school, but I don't think that affects anything because my high school years, I'm way smarter than what my SATs say.
Sure.
And I did okay on the SATs, but not nothing good. I think I had 900 or something. There was somewhere in there where it wasn't good. It was a little probably average, maybe a little below average, but I was way smarter than that. And that is one of the determining factors to get you into college.
I've always done well. I was never a good student.
Right.
Never. I've always done well on IQ tests. So I think I would have just got by just from common knowledge.
Yeah.
And the people I know that did terrible on SATs and are dumb.
Well, I love the people I know that did really well on SATs, that went on to college and got graduated, and I'm doing
nothing.
way better than they're doing.
Well, the people get A's in school. They're not the ones succeeding.
No.
They're really not.
What's so bittersweet to me is that I went to school with high school with a girl who she got an award from her from the school. She had perfect attendance for 4 years, and she got straight A's for 4 years, all through high school. She got into radio. She does like stock market reports somewhere in New York while I'm doing this. That makes me so happy.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
They loved her. They were so nice to her, and they were so mean to me.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, that's not the way it works out.
Meanwhile, she's doing stock market reports because she's killing it in the stock market. It's worth $80 billion.
Negative.
Yeah.
She's the equivalent of no offense. She's a traffic reporter for stocks.
Right,
She's just reading somebody's,
You were saying about where you came from, and you beat somebody. So last night watching the Steelers game, they pointed out how many different quarterbacks from Pennsylvania and coaches from Pennsylvania. Few quarterbacks you may have heard of: Dan Marino, Johnny Unitas, Joe Montana, Joe Namath, Jim Kelly. Just all kind of different. Matt Ryan, a ton of people from Pennsylvania, and a bunch of coaches as well.
Crazy.
That's weird.
Heard about the big Chambo win on Friday?
Yeah.
We were down 14-7 at half. Okay.
Heard.
And this is to 0-5 team. Like, I was talking to the players about shutting the team out.
Right.
And we're down
they were losing.
14-7. And I just went bananas. And I was like, are you guys kidding me?
I've never seen Ian like that.
I go, my people are in the stands at a homecoming, and you guys are getting whooped by an 0-5. I go, let's not even do this anymore. Let's not. And they didn't get scored on in the second half, and they grew up a little bit. I love my kids to death, and they fought. Boy, I'd like to just backhand a couple of them, though. Like this, even in a win.
Dumb mistakes?
No, it's not even the mistakes. It's an attitude thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a young generation thing. Even in winning, I'm seeing bad attitude, and it drives me nuts.
That's the years.
Yeah.
So you remember Lionel, the great Lionel that used to work here?
I don't think
Lionel did radio back probably when
clearly
you were
a
still
black
playing.
guy, because no white guys named Lionel.
White as can be.
Really?
Real Jew.
Richie? Ever hear of him? Also, George Jefferson's son.
That's true. Yeah,
How dare you?
Michael LeBron is his name, and he went by the radio name Lionel.
Okay.
And he was very, very intelligent and left here after a successful run here to go do radio in New York. Why was I telling you about Lionel? What were we talking about? Oh, Lionel, when we were eating dinner one time in New York, and he said, "How old is your son?" I said, "He's 14." And he goes, "Going good?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Let me tell you, it's about to change." And I go, yeah, I know. He goes, no, let me tell you why. He goes, "Scientifically," he goes, "you've heard of the term roid rage?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "That's testosterone and hormones building up." He goes, "That's happening in your son now." And he goes, "And soon he will become an asshole." and he will be that asshole for a couple of years, and he'll have to work through it. And I was like, yeah. And boy, was he right. My son is a huge asshole who's probably listening right now. But it gets to the point where those kids, they start raging with the hormones, and they get bad attitudes.
I don't think it changes generations. Your dad thought you were an asshole.
Yeah.
His dad thought he was an asshole.
Yeah, it's a age gap. It's an age period rather between 14 and 18.
I always say this: I don't care who you are. You can't be harder than your dad. It's impossible. Your dad makes you what you are.
See, I wonder, but let me just tell you about this, okay? Because my dad, you're right about that.
I know.
I mean, now maybe at 74 years old, but
I don't mean beat him up.
No,
I mean harder.
Right.
He's harder than you. I know. I met your dad. He's harder than you.
But my dad is different than most dads. My dad grew up. I mean, I grew up. My dad was working at Rikers Island. And probably also doing some nefarious stuff on the side. My dad was hard, but my son would probably be like, my dad's a soft ass. I mean, think about it.
I don't know about that.
I like to get my toes manicured. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife and I, we do a lot of things the same. We like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like to be comfortable.
Well, you're blessed. There's nothing wrong with being blessed. And I thought today was ironic that you poo-pooed Taylor Swift for still touring, and you leave this house to go to a Pitbull toddler concert. I've really booked Pitbull, and I loved them. Yeah, and I've booked them, and I know how much you make.
Yeah. It's not a lot of not enough money. It's not the money.
So you do it for the love, right? You do it for the love of performing.
I guess you're right.
There's your answer.
Yeah. But I guess you're right.
Listen, the football part of it, you could have it. I don't want it. I don't want to hit nobody.
Right.
But I'd like to be introduced again and come out that tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
And have 7,000 people cheer for you to get that feel. You ain't never getting that again. I'm getting chills right now. You're never going to get that again. Never.
There's two things in life that I want to do that I will never have the opportunity to do, and I've realized that I will never give a curtain call at Yankee Stadium. I will never come out of the dugout after cheers just to tip my hat. That'll never happen. And I can't say I won't do this one, but there's still time, especially since we have a band. I've never written a song where people have learned the lyrics and sung it back to me. You know what I mean? Like, you ever hear a stadium sing Billy Joel's Piano Man?
Sure.
Silent with no piano, just 70,000 people singing Piano Man. It's one of the most amazing things you'll ever see.
You did write Fettuccine.
This is true. This is true. Fettuccine smells it just like a weenie.
Right, yeah.
By the way, Galvin, Brian McKnight, one love.
Yeah, right?
Stay black. Stay black, brother.
Yeah,
man.
All right.
See, I know my Lionels. I know my Brian McKnight.
He was a hip hop king of Tampa Bay for a while.
That's right.
I love it.
Yeah. Ian is here with us. We got football picks. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and find out how we did it. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Ian, I don't even know how to say this or how to ask you this, but after all of the disaster relief that you've been doing this past week, what are you doing now, knowing that this next hurricane is coming in a matter of hours?
Meditating.
I mean, that seems to be the only thing you can do.
I'll be honest with you. I've been numb for the last 10 days. Like, you don't have time to be tired.
Yeah, you've had utter devastation. I mean, the entire place was completely flooded.
I'm not using that word, okay? Because I've seen devastation. We had 2.5 feet in the cafe, okay?
2.5 feet of water.
It's a lot
inside your place.
It's not devastation, though. I've seen devastation.
No, I get maybe devastation, but you had enough to have to rebuild.
Oh, it sucks. Trust me, it sucks. And for me personally, and I'm not trying to complain because even in my neighborhood, there's the 80-year-old people
just
digging stuff up. So, when you're in a company where you're cutting out all the gyp rock and all the floors are coming up and there's sand everywhere, sometimes you need to get away.
Yeah. And
I get away to go to my house. That's exactly the same. Floors up, stuff around, stuff smells like wet stuff. And like that stuff doesn't go away for a while.
Yeah.
So Helene or whatever is going to be around for a while, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing for this one.
So if I can ask you, my brother's in the same situation. My brother had a house in Gulf Harbors in Newport Richey on the water. Mm-hmm. He said that he was watching the water come in on his cameras, and then eventually the cameras just went out because the water was too high. And he had to gut his entire house. He said we walked in there, and there was couches floating inside of the mattresses floating. So we had to get everything in the house out. We had to rip the cabinets down. We had to take the drywall out, all this stuff he has to do so that they can rebuild. And now, just days later, they're going through it again.
I know.
Now, are you like my brother's like, whatever. He's just struggling. He's like, what are you going to do? He's not living there, so it's a lot easier for him to suffer through. But I mean, just to know what all the work you did before, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
Well, we halted. We were trying to be open by today.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was our goal. And
did you rebuild already? You rebuilt already?
We were really ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we got all the walls back up to where we could open up if we could.
Right.
But then that kind of halted, and then we started boarding things up again, and now I have to worry about my house. Like Thursday night, I'm trying to get to sleep, and I can hear the rain. I'm like, that's really odd rain. Like I just in my head, I'm thinking that I never heard it rain that hard before. And all of a sudden I hear boom in my house, and I what the hell is that? I walk around, and I'm looking around, and I have 2 levels of my house. And I put the light on the lower level, and everything that I own is floating in about 6 inches of water. Then I go, oh my goodness. Then I open my front door, and the water's to my front door. My garage is up to and I just go, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then at that moment, I think, that's why people say to leave.
Yeah.
And then so I'm sitting in my living room with 6 inches of water to my ankles. My floors are floating.
Can't
and
go
I'm
anywhere.
sitting in my chair. It's 100 degrees. I have no lights, and I'm meditating, and you can't sleep. And I'm like, now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it. I'm not doing that again.
Can I just tell you what a kind of person I am? Did you have power?
No.
Okay, if I had power, I would just float in the living room. I would just be like, I'm fine. As long as the AC works, I don't care about any of it.
Well, for me, thinking about having to swim out of there, because it came You don't want to swim in that water.
No.
You don't want to swim in that
Not
water.
poop water.
No.
That's why all these jerk-offs and canoes and running around, not the canoe guys because they're trying to get places, but idiots who are making videos and flopping around on the water. Yeah, you're in somebody's poop water.
We found an eel in the cafe.
I saw that.
An eel.
I saw it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Yeah, insurance sucks too.
Yeah.
So what happened? What's the first? You call your insurance company first?
Yeah.
And they send somebody out or no?
First of all, we call an insurance company, and the first thing they go, "You're not covered for flood. We don't do that."
Oh.
We're right next to the water. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
That's a separate. Yeah.
It's separate. And then you have to call another company, it's going to be astronomically high. And in my house, I did have insurance. I had an adjuster over there yesterday. He was wonderful. He was a wonderful, wonderful man. Yeah. So hopefully I get a little something because I'm ass out. I lost my truck. I lost my golf cart. Gone.
Oh.
Golf cart water went over the golf cart.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So it's gone.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
And there's people that are in the same boat and in worse boats.
Way. The great Ron Diaz, I think, had 7.5 feet to go through his house.
Oh my God!
He's right on the intercoastal.
Didn't they know Ron Diaz
That's what
was
I'm
in
saying.
there?
They should have put those TGH fences in front of his house.
He should just flex at that
That's
storm.
what I'm saying.
Stand out there and flex it out. Scare that water away. They don't know the Godfather's in there?
For real.
Holy cow.
Yeah, man.
That TGH aqua wall is
Unbelievable.
I mean, the way it held up was great. But I mean, how much is it and how much are you going to get? Like, where do you put it? Do you put it all along Bayshore? Like, where do you put the fence if you get it?
We looked up fencing,
Right.
and they had ones that were 2 feet high, and they were probably 2 feet wide, and they were $200 each.
A piece.
Each.
Yeah.
So, come on.
I mean,
TGH.
what are you going to do? Circle the whole cafe?
No, that's not going to happen.
That's insane. All right, Ian is here. We need to figure out how we did in football picks, Carmen.
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Let's go. I
like your fake enthusiasm.
usually.
I like it. It got me all fired up.
I was trying.
All right, Carmen. This is week what? 5?
Correct.
Who came in dead last?
Week 5. This is laughable because this is a sorry turnout with only 3 wins.
Oh,
A whole week, 3 wins. Martin Grammatico.
Oh, he played. He was a player.
3 wins.
3 wins.
I don't think that's ever been done.
No.
Wow.
When we're going around in my head, I'm like, I'm going to take the Jets. I'm going to take the Jets. And then I hear Martine say the other team. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, right.
Thank God.
3.
3. All right. We don't go too far up, but a little bump. 5 wins. Mike Calta.
Yeah, I went out on a limb on a couple of those.
With 6 wins. Ian Beckles.
Oh, you played.
All right, yeah.
With 7 wins. Galvin. Myself. And Gio.
Unbelievable. Yeah, baby. Unbelievable. Picking first.
Yep.
And also with 7 wins, Joe.
In your
You
face.
suck too.
You tricked him again. 2 weeks in a row. You fell for it. What an idiot.
All right. Take it easy. Calm down.
Scumbag.
Still, though.
Unbelievable.
Still,
It was a wild
the fact
week,
that he's
man.
in the top, the upper echelon of picking.
And I will say this, tonight's game does matter because Ian has the Saints. The rest of us, Ian and Mike have the Saints. The rest of us has the Chiefs. So if the Saints win, Ian is also a winner. If Chiefs wins, nothing changes.
Saints.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I'm
All right.
good. I'm a loser either way.
Chiefs got a
Correct.
lot of injuries they're dealing
Yes,
with.
they do. They're due to lose. They haven't
Yeah.
played that great this year. They really haven't.
Oh, yeah, no.
New Orleans has.
They're up and down.
Yeah.
They're up and down.
Taysom Hill's out, though, I think, for New Orleans, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce hasn't even scored yet this year.
No.
know.
Kelsey's
He's busy.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
I know.
Every week they're like, this has got to be Kelsey's
Yeah.
game. This has got to be
Yeah.
Kelsey's game.
No, it doesn't.
I lost so much money.
I think he had like 7 catches last game.
Just
Yeah.
no touchdown.
Yeah, no
But
touchdown.
I did an anytime touchdown, and he ruined like 2 of my parlays.
I'll tell you what
because
you
of
do.
that.
You do anytime interception for both quarterbacks. They've thrown an interception in every game, both of them.
Okay.
have, so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting back on the bet. I haven't bet in a week.
Oh,
so
yeah? We
I'm
won,
gonna-
we won last night,
Carmen, I
Carmen.
like that. I'm back on the bet.
Yeah,
I'm
back on the
getting
bet.
Back on the bet.
Back on the bet.
I thought she's just back on the bed. I'm like, what?
I
She
can't.
broke
It's
it.
broken.
All right. So what are the standings so far?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Did not expect this. Did not expect this.
Nope, I did.
Just so you know, Carmen, tomorrow he's going to ask you what we have to give away for Sporcle.
I know. Listen, well, it changes because of the week, so I haven't put in the winners for this week yet. So as of week 4.
We're at the edge of our seat.
I know. I'm trying because it's confusing. So Joe is winning with 2 wins.
Yeah, he is.
And then what?
3 wins now, right?
No, he's
Well, I
tied with us.
haven't put this week in yet, is what I said, because tonight's game matters. So I haven't
Right.
included those wins yet.
Okay.
So as of now, Joe has 2 wins, but yes, he will have 3 wins.
Yes, he will.
Ian and Martine both have 1 win. Gio has 1 win, 1 loss. Galvin has nothing.
But 1 win tonight if
1 win tonight, yes. And then that's why I'm saying this is like
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
it's confusing. And then myself and Mike, we both have 1 loss, but I get a win. So technically now Mike is losing because you have 1 loss, no wins. Galvin has 1 win. I have 1 win, 1 loss.
So I'm the only one without a win.
Correct.
But there's other losers.
No.
The big one.
Because that's how it. So we go by wins. You have no wins, so you're last. And then but because I have a loss, that you're the loser.
I don't like these rules.
Hey,
It
I'm not
pushes you
paying.
down to the.
I'm
You're the
not paying
loser
nothing.
of the losers.
She started
Basically.
to explain it. She had to bite. You're the loser.
Yeah.
Oh, she's loving it so much.
You're the loser. Joe is winning.
Yeah, baby.
Of the losers, you are the lowest of the losers.
Of all the losers.
Like there have been other losers, but the losiest loser is me.
Yes,
Correct.
currently.
Well, that's just
So
great.
if you never win or never lose, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You're just kind of in there.
You're just floating in the middle.
Yeah.
Right.
And then depending on how the scores come out, what do you have to pay?
Break
and
down.
you're still the loser because
Oh, Jesus, keep saying it.
because Martine gets 1 loss for this week, but he also has 1 win for week 3.
Okay, because I don't have a win.
Right,
How did he only get 3 right?
dude.
That's
That is.
insane.
How is he beating me? That's what I want to know.
How am I
He
beating
won
you?
a week.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how you're beating us.
I don't either, Michael.
I don't really. I think you're just getting your pure luck.
Oh, Sugar Pants gives him the pick.
Yeah, but he's picking first, and he's not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when he picks if Sugar
Right.
Pants are
That's
making
true.
his pick.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
I
knows.
promise you, Sugar Pants has
No
nothing
one
to
believes
do-
you.
I don't care.
He said that Sugar Pants is. Wow, look at all the people getting out of town. Look at the traffic already.
Yeah.
Joe said that Sugar Pants is only a Bucks fan, not a football fan.
Yes, she did not. We didn't watch any football yesterday. No football.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. We
I
watched
did. I
Bucks on Thursday.
I
but that
watched
was it.
the Buffalo game yesterday. I watched them blow that and ruin my parlay.
And you can be a football fan and not watch football.
Nope.
Yes,
Yeah, but
No.
that's very possible
No.
that you
No.
can watch
No.
football and
No.
not watch football every Sunday.
No.
No, you
Life
have to watch
happens.
football. Yeah,
No.
like I can't wait till Thursday.
Yeah, it's un-American. I have people.
You're not American. You can't say that.
Carmen, watch your mouth, young lady. I have a certificate. I am American.
You're
Thank you
from
for asking.
Canada.
But I like to say, somebody goes, like, Galvin's a Steeler fan, okay?
Yes.
When was the last time you didn't watch a game?
Oh,
And,
I
and
can't
why?
even-
And
yeah.
why? Okay,
I can't
okay.
even
So
remember.
I have people. I'm a Saints fan, and the Saints are playing, and they're at the cafe, and I go, "You're not even watching your game."
Yeah,
So don't tell
yeah.
me you're a fan. Like on Sunday, if you don't watch football, you just can't say you're a football fan. It's
No.
un-American.
My wife wanted to go and have dinner at her parents' house, and I go,
No.
the Steelers are on.
Yeah.
I go, are you out of your mind?
Do you know that my wife has a friend who was getting married and they were planning their wedding, and she's like, "Well, we can't do it till after February."
Okay.
And I was like,
Makes
"Why?
sense.
What do you got?" And he goes, "Because we can't do it because of football." And I go, "What do you mean football? You on the team?" And she's like, "No, my husband's a huge Commanders fan, but whatever it was, the Redskins at the time, and he would not get married during football season."
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, I know that's a football fan.
It's real.
Yeah,
That's
my wife.
real.
I told my wife. I said, "Listen to me." I go, the only thing that I've ever missed the Bucks game for now is like if my daughter had a softball game. Like the other day, on Thursday she had a softball game that was running dangerously close into the Buccaneers game. And I was like, but you have to pick your kids over. That's the only thing you pick over it. But if she has practice on a Sunday, I'm not going to that practice.
My kids never had a game on Sunday that I recall.
Yeah.
But
my daughter has volleyball practice.
It was my
Sundays.
job to watch football.
Yeah.
I had to watch football. I had to. I was the only person, along with Ron, that said I have to watch the Buccaneers.
You're talking about the Buccaneers on Monday.
Correct.
Yeah, I used to go to my in-laws' house to watch football with them on Sundays, and I'd watch the Bucs game. I'm on the home of the Bucs doing mornings on that station. And then at one point, my niece would want to do ballet, and they'd turn the TV off so she could put music on and do ballet. I go, I have to watch this game.
Yeah.
I have to do. I mean, she's cute and all, but I have to watch this game.
My in-laws are not sports fans, not football fans, and it took me a while. I would go there on like Thanksgiving, and I'm like, "Where's the game on? What is going? Like, what is this?"
No, I'm watching football.
I'm like, "You got to put it on.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to put it on."
I bought my in-laws a new TV. This was years ago for Christmas, and I was going to get them nice big TV, and my wife goes, "You can't." And I go, "Why?" And they, because their entertainment center only holds a 26 inch or something. And I go, "Yeah, get rid of the entertainment center." They don't. They won't. So I got them like a new 26 inch TV.
It costs you, I'm gonna watch. It costs you $75.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch football on that. Are you out of your mind?
Can I tell you something? I get that now.
Oh,
but can I tell you why? I get it now. Where old people, like my grandmother, used to call her up. And I go, Graham, let me buy you a computer.
Set in their ways.
So that we could send you pictures of the kids and stuff. And she's like, no. I go, look at me. I'll have it to where you just hit the space bar and it's all you got to do. She's like, we don't want it in the house. And I'm like, the recipes and all the things you can find, all these shows that you like, we don't want it in the house.
It's changed. They don't like it.
But I get it now because now I'm at the age where I'm like,
I'm good.
What do you want? You want a 1,000-screen TV? No. I could watch this one. 85 inches is fine. Oh, what do you want?
85 inches.
Yeah, that's such a downgrade.
I'm slumming it on 85.
If you got to settle for 85,
Maybe it was a bad example.
I don't want a movie theater.
That was a bad example. The movie theater is 115 inches.
Do you want to bang Margot Robbie? No, Selma Hayek's fine. She'll do for now.
But I mean, but that's what I'm saying is like I get it where like you can do this now and you're like and then I don't want to. I just don't want to change anything. I'm good the way it is. It doesn't mean that much to me anymore.
Very few things mean stuff as you get older.
Dude, when I lived in Land O'Lakes, I had my office, which is very tiny, and a little hallway where a bathroom was outside my office, right outside my bedroom. And my office and that wall outside the bathroom were Yankee from floor to ceiling. I had everything. I have got you name the player. I got something signed by him, framed that looks nice. All that stuff's in a box in storage right now, and I couldn't care less about it. I almost want to give it away, but I feel like I should save it for my kids who also won't want it. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous of how much garbage I have that I don't need.
The second you get rid of it, you're gonna want it because that's happened to me so many times. Like I did a few moves. While I played, I remember watching like those pay-per-view things back in the day where they were selling QVC, selling a football. And they had a Dan Marino football, and we happened to be playing Miami that week. And I said to my ball boy, "Hey man, go get Dan Marino's autograph." So we did it, and he came back. He was here, so I gave him $100. So every game, I would have him get a signature for me.
That's pretty cool.
Whoever it may be. So I had like 40 balls, and when I did the move, I go, I don't have any room for them. So I just sold it to this guy.
Yeah.
God, I want those balls. You know what I mean? Like, I really want them.
That's different, man, for you, because that's a connection for you that you played against them and all that stuff. That'd be pretty
John
cool.
Madden and Joe Theismann and like crazy ones. And now I wish I had them. I'd have given one to Galvin.
Right.
I had a crazy Steelers. I would just give them to all these people that I know.
Did players do jersey swap back then?
No.
Yeah, because that's like a big thing now.
You know, not only did they not do jersey swap, thank you for asking, we had to pay for our jersey at the end of the year. The Buccaneers, they charged us for our jerseys at the end of the year.
Like for every game?
Well, we only had one jersey.
Stop it. You wore a jersey in game 2 that you wore in game 1.
100%.
Holy cow.
Wow. This is the Buccaneers, brother.
Yeah, I know.
This is not Dallas. It's not Pittsburgh. It's the Buccaneers.
Listen to me. Did you watch Gary Swayze or Gus Swayze?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That's good.
He was wonderful.
That is the first time that I saw the inside of the facility over there at the Bucs. I have not been there. And when I think back at that old facility, how that was a professional football team's facility is.
Was it? I don't even know if we were a professional team back then.
You were in the NFL, though.
Yeah, we were.
I mean, but that is so insulting. Imagine Imagine you got traded to this team from somewhere, and you went. You got to be kidding me.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen Hardy Nickerson come go. What?
Yeah.
Like, I think their weight room is.
Where did he come from?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Hardy. When Hardy came in, Sam White said to me, he goes, I want you to wine and dine this guy and his wife. So I brought him to the airport, that little spinning restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
So I brought him there, and I wowed him a little bit, and he ended up signing. And halfway through the first season, he looks at me and goes, it's your fault. He goes, it's your fault.
You brought him in there. You
my
brought
bad,
him. You
dog.
sucking him in.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was just like I looked now and I saw Tristan Wirfs rather and somebody else working out in the Gus Swayze video, and you could just see rows of machines of workout machines. And they had rusted weights.
You saw it
outside.
You saw it.
Yeah,
back in the day,
it was awful.
This one is 15,000 square feet. Inside, how much do you think it was back in the day?
Oh, it's about the size of this room.
1,000, maybe twice the size.
Yeah, all right.
But it was.
Well, what do you mean
the inside weight room part? I'm telling you, it was.
Yeah, it was so small.
A few hundred square feet.
The one the Bucks have now, currently, it's one of the largest in the league.
15,000 square feet.
Size-wise, it's one of the biggest.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the whole team could work out at one time. Not in that one.
Giant indoor practice facility, everything.
We had one silver bin for people to get cold tubs in. One.
Yeah.
And I went to the Jets and I looked. They had underground pools where 50 people could sit in it. Warm, cold, tepid. Oh, this one's this. I go, this is not fair.
Do you know that when they had to practice for when they had to practice for the other, it would rain and they couldn't practice outside. They would go in the parking garage and they would practice in a parking garage.
The injuries and stuff that must have happened just from playing in a parking garage.
Well, we didn't
play.
The fact that we were in there is crazy.
But running around on cement and stuff and turning an ankle, just doing anything.
Yeah.
Ray Perkins made us hit once in the gym.
He made what?
At UT. Made us hit in the gym.
In the gym.
Correct. You might get arrested for that today.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it doesn't make any damn sense.
What was and where was at the University of Tampa? What was that called over there where you guys did
Pepin Rood?
Pepin Rood, yeah.
That's the hottest place on the planet.
Yeah.
By far.
So funny.
So hot.
Right in the hood. Right in the middle of the hood.
There's concrete everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember walking to practice my rookie year and listening to somebody saying, don't be outside for more than 10 minutes, you'll die. And I'm about to go put on 50 pounds of equipment.
3 hours?
3 times in a row. This is good stuff.
They don't do 2-a-days anymore. 3-a-days.
Listen, we did 2 hitting practices, 6 straight days. 2 hitting practices. Today, if they hit Monday, they can't hit again till Wednesday.
Oh, that's funny. It's
not that funny.
That's a different class.
I would have played maybe a little longer and have maybe some more faculties. You know?
All right, we got to take a break. If you want to get through this, your last chance, 800-771-1025. Hurricane is coming. This is not a if and when. It's happening, and it's happening on Wednesday around Tuesday night to 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. According to the TV that's on right now, expected to hit us at around a hurricane category 3, which is a lot better than a 4 or 5. It seems to be a 4 now and slowing down when it gets to us at about a 3, then traveling through the state as a 1, which is still devastating.
They're also now saying late Wednesday into Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I guess it's
slowing down.
It's slowed down, so now they're thinking it could be, going overnight into Thursday.
So most likely that'll mean school's done for the rest of the week. School's now closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll most likely be closed Thursday and Friday. We'll keep you informed. We'll keep you posted. And obviously, if there's a major emergency and we need to, we can go to Fox 13's weather at all times. So pay attention here. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. So there you go. The good news is it seems to be slowing down a little bit. If it can continue to do that, that'd be great. Gio, you look more concerned now than you do with your heart attack.
Yeah. I mean, this has never happened here before.
Maybe I could help you out. I have a new song.
Oh.
A new AI hurricane song.
Oh, no.
It's pretty good. I haven't heard it yet. I've been reading the lyrics. Hurricane Milton, everybody.
Is this one you created?
I didn't.
Hurricane Milton, he's on his way. Trouble's coming to Tampa Bay. Water rising, houses fall. Spanish dreams breaking like a wall. Wind is howling through the air. Hope is drowning in despair. People running for some peace, but the storm just won't cease. blow, Milton blow. Tampa's crying, don't you know? Water's high, dreams are low. Milton's fury's gotta go.
I gotta tell you, this is writing hits.
How many songwriters are using this now?
Yeah.
Just for even
Why
if it's for
wouldn't
like
you?
inspiration for ideas. I mean, you could literally use that chord progression and change the lyrics or do whatever and be like, all right, yeah, that sounds good. Or makes you think of something else that, you know.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That really is insane.
But people think that AI is going to ruin things. It's not going to ruin anything.
It's making
gonna-
everything better.
It's going to help. Just like social media. Social media is the devil. No, you're the devil. Just don't do stupid stuff with it.
Yeah.
Now you have to be aware of what's going on, but you could use AI for your advantage.
Oh, sure.
There's no doubt.
Sure.
But you do have to worry about a lot of things with AI.
There is a thing with AI where they had them solve a problem. AI had to solve this problem in a certain amount of time, and it didn't have enough time to solve the problem, so it gave itself more time.
Sure it did. Yeah.
Hurricane Milton, he's on his way. Trouble's coming to Tampa Bay. Waters rising, houses fall. Spanish's dreams breaking like a wall.
Oh,
Those are the
I
words.
did hear.
This is the pop version.
Hurricane Milton, he's on his way. Trouble's coming to Tampa Bay. Water rising, houses fall. Spanish dreams breaking like a wall. Wind is howling through the air. Hope is drowning in despair. People running for some peace, but the storm just won't cease. Don't blow, Milton blow. Tampa's crying, don't you know?
Dude, honestly, it's amazing.
It really is. That's mind blowing to me.
one thing though, it can't tell the difference between country and pop because this sounds country too.
Yeah, but country is kind of pop right now, you know?
It is.
That sound. Jeez.
I love the thing.
That's wild.
I want to sit here and make songs all day long. Let's make one right now.
All right.
Give me words.
Let's make about football picks.
Okay.
Football picks.
Pap wins.
Chamberlain football.
Carmen breaks bed.
Martine was a player.
Yeah.
How's he so bad?
3 wins. Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Yeah, only 3 wins. Put that in there.
Martine's kicks better than his picks.
Oh, somebody's making T-shirts over here.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta give me more.
Martine.
Football picks. Pap wins. Chambo. Carmen.
Martine
Carmen,
rode,
you got anything?
Martine rode a short bus in Argentina.
Carmen left the show.
Carmen?
No, hi. No, I didn't. I saw you just turn my mic up, so you had me off.
You saw that?
But also, I literally got to hit the music, so you got to hurry.
All right, hold on. It's
Rendering.
It's rendering right now.
Rendering.
Okay.
Hold on. It's got football picks, Pap's wins, Chambo's victory, Martine's picks. Let's see what it says. Create a song in its own pop rock anthem is what it's picking. Here we go. It's called Football Triumph.
Football picks, it's time to start again. Pop wins like he's got a lucky pen. Chambo gets the victory, takes it in stride. Carmen so big she broke the bed, can't hide.
Oh no.
Martin's picks really stink, it's no surprise. Her chances shrinking, fade right before our eyes.
There you go.
Oh man,
I love it.
Weird Al would have had no career.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you don't even have to rhyme it. I just I put football picks. Pap wins. Chambo gets victory again. Carmen's so big she broke the bed. Martine's pick really stinks. I think those are great.
That's a hit.
Country version. You get the point. You get the point how it goes.
Oh.